Hi, and welcome to my channel. I'm Annika, aka Axic. How are you on this Saturday evening, afternoon, morning, whatever the time is, in your corner of the world? So how's your week going? Hi, Emily. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Serena. Oh, your Emily is playing It Takes Two. I have to admit, I haven't got a clue what game that is. Need to find out now, because I'm curious. Blanket hello, everyone. Hi, Atlanta. How are you? Let me see, what is It Takes Two? To Xbox, yeah? I'm curious now. Oh, it looks like lovely graphics. Looks very pretty. Huh. My blanket says hello too. Okay, Atlanta, it's afternoon for you. It's evening for me. Well, you know that already. And I've decided to work at least for a little while on this one. It's been possibly one of the crappiest coloring months for a long while. Even if I have a moment of time, I think my head is all over the place at the moment. So I haven't got anything done. It's like barely any pages. That's fine. There are going to be months like that. And this month, life took precedence. Or preference, or however you say it correctly, because my English doesn't English either today. At least I have now my room mostly set up. Serena, multitasking, watching you and doom scrolling through Vinted. Oh, doom scrolling through Vinted is deadly. I've been trying. My one thing with Vinted is that I'm not allowing myself to buy anything unless I've sold something. Atlanta, my productivity this month dropped due to medical appointments on top of the usual work schedule. Yeah, I probably will need to kind of visit a doctor soon as well. I haven't been feeling great, so maybe I should go to the actual doctor. It's very hard for me to go to the doctor. I hate going to the doctor. But yeah, I probably should get there and kind of have things checked out. Ready for bed since the clocks are about to go forward tonight. Is it tonight? Oh, are they? Oh, I hate when they go forward, because then you lose an hour. Literally lose an hour. This is so annoying. Oh, hi, Cindy. Hi, Mandy. So glad to see you here. Candace, hi. Oh, Chris, hello. I didn't see you coming in. So sorry. I didn't notice you right away. Hi, baby boy. Oh. What up, coloristas? Hi, Auntie Chris. I don't even know, Atlanta, if I have any condition. I'm just feeling off, okay? And I suspect I probably have something, but I don't know what. So I will eventually get myself. I really, really hate going to the doctor. That's the thing. Like, I really hate going to the doctor. I hate being, prodded and it's I'm back, said Emily. Serena, what? Okay, your English isn't English either, and your brain hasn't been braining. Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening to me at the moment. Can we just stick with the one where it isn't pitch black at 5 p.m.? Okay. You have my permission. Atlanta, that's a good place to start. Get it checked out. Don't be afraid. We love you. It's not about even being afraid. It's about somebody. I don't know. I really don't like strangers poking or touching me. But hey, I'll eventually get there. Hopefully. I've also been overwhelmed with everything that is, happening work-wise and, kind of the rearrangements of the office and everything and just trying to get settled. And, yeah, it's fine. Is anyone else's video lagging? Maybe it's on your end, Chris. I don't know. Let me know, people. It should be fine from here. Let me see on my YouTube app here. I'm just checking on my phone. I'm turning the sound down though, because we don't want a double. Lovely echoes. Let me see if I go to my channel. Is it lagging? It seems to be fine on mine. Yeah, it seems to be okay. So, I don't know. I'm sorry, Chris, if it's giving you trouble. Hi, Robin. How are you? Hi, Gail. Oh, I'm missing people coming in. Welcome. Cindy, perimenopause, worst time of my life. Oh, I think it's pretty much now. I should be kind of there, but it started with perimenopause in my case anyway. I've been like, it's like my whole personality changed. And everything. And everything suddenly started creaking. So yeah, not recommended, but sadly unavoidable. Ouch, 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 ouch. Hi, Em. How are you? I didn't see you coming in now. Are you a bit late? I don't like being poked or looked at. I had medical issues when I was little. It's hard hanging there. Yeah, no, I'm not even afraid of the bloods or anything, but yeah. It always feels like somebody's judging you, isn't it? When you go to the doctor. I don't know. It's my weird brain. I'm not normal. I know that. And most of the time I kind of celebrate it, but in instances like this, it can be a bit of a pain. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I did not see you again. Hi, Emma. Hi, Patricia. Did I say hi, Patricia? Sorry if I didn't. Willow is back. Whoa. World domination plan commencing. Oh, Willow. Oh, Gail, how are you feeling? Okay, you're saying that you're feeling a little bit better, or much better, as you say. Okay. Do I have a mod? No. No. No, that's Willow. That's Emma's daughter. No, it's okay. It's okay. She's having fun. That's fine. Oh, it's lovely and busy chat here. So, as you can see, I've decided to, at least for a little while, work on this image here. And I'm in the mood for weird, obscure pencils tonight. So, at the moment, it's Brutfuner skin pencils, because of course they are. I did the skin with them, and I actually didn't like them on this paper much. Usually these pencils are pretty kind of a safe bet. They work all right on most papers, I've noticed, but I didn't like them here much. And now I keep working with them because, of course, I am. I just have pretty much 2 blue pencils in this set, this one and this one. And this one is pretty decent dark, so I'll just drop in some shadows into the creases and folds of this tunic. Oh, Gail, you had a wee heart attack, Brundeman. Oh, God. Jeez, oh, Gail. That's scary. I really, really hope that you are on the mend. Did you get away without any operations or anything? Or did you have to have surgery? Auntie Chrissy, definitely try a different doctor. Try them all till you find one who understands that you have a passing acquaintance with your own body. Yeah. The problematic bit is that in rural Ireland, you know, there's not a huge selection of doctors, let's put it that way. No, it's fine. I do have a doctor that I could go to. It's just I have to get my arse into gear. I'm really, really bad at that. But that's fine. That's fine. I tend to, like when I broke I didn't know that I had broken my, when that was my late 20s or mid 20s. I don't remember exactly now the year. But I lived back then still in Estonia, and we were coming from the pub pretty late at night, and in the depth of the winter. It was like snow and ice everywhere. And I was not drunk, but I slipped and I fell. And I fell onto my hand, and it was a bit sore afterwards, but I didn't really pay attention. I was like, it's gonna pass. And day passes and another day passes, and the arm is still sore, but I'm really busy at work. I was doing pretty much live program every night during that period, so I was like super busy at work, and it's just, showed up every day, and it's still sore. I still can't really do much with it, but I'm fine. And then, I think it was about 3 days that passed, and somebody just said, come on, you need to go to the doctor. And then one of my colleagues essentially, stuffed me into the car and drove me to the hospital. And yes, it was a break. I had to get a cast. So I had run around and moved pianos in the studio and whatever, you know, done everything with a broken arm. Because that was definitely preferable to going to doctor. Oh. Yeah, Gail, I really, really wish that you will get better smoothly without any complications. Just take it really, really easy. Oh, Gail, like Jackie was most upset that I'm missing your live, Annika. A wee heart attack. Jeez. You have to go back in, may need a stint. Oh, okay. Okay. At least stints nowadays, they don't have to, open you up the way they had to previously. I think they can feed them in. Hi, Amy. Hello, hypervigilant person. Oh, Cindy, I hate going to the doctor. It's a hassle. I also have no problem with needles, but I just hate all about it. Exactly. It's just the whole process of even talking to the doctor. Oh, yeah, Jackie, I know. Jackie, you've seen just so many doctors and you've had so many tests. I can only imagine how tired you must be of the whole process. Auntie Chris, something I've been curious about in two parts. What is the correct spelling of Annika, etc., and what does Axic mean? All right, so Annika is spelled like the first version, Annika. So that's the correct spelling. It's Swedish name, and I was called Annika. It's not actually Estonian name, although in my generation, there's very few Annikas because Peppi Longstocking came out just a year or two before I was born in Estonia, okay? And, everybody was a huge fan of it. My parents had read it, and basically my father called me Annika after that book. My mother actually wanted a different name. My mother wanted me to be Kadri. But she stayed home when Dad went to do the documents. She stayed home with me, and Dad came back, and instead of Kadri, I was called Annika, and she was so pissed. She did not like that name. And Oxic, I don't even know. That just somehow happened to me during the uni years, the first year of uni. Some of the friends in the uni just started, I don't even know how it came, but suddenly I was Oxic and it just stuck. So I don't know. There's no really specific reason. It was like maybe somehow coming from Annika, but not really because there's no ox there. So don't know. They're not fun. Chris, okay, Chris, you're back. So let's see if it works. Hopefully. Cindy, my homeless couple broke up and the guy was complaining of a sore elbow. She broke his arm? Oh my God. Atlanta, I trust Annika can manage her own stream in charge. Oh, hi. Hi, Joe. Passing through only on the way to bed. You have colored some handsome men, Annika. You do them so well. Thank you. Good night. Oh, Cindy, that is terrible. That guy is Mr. Ramaba. Okay, I can't pronounce that name. Owns Chick the Dragon for KFC and sleeps in the jacket potato. Okay. Annika is the party girl. The party's on a channel. Atlanta, I may not have the bandwidth for this live chat. I had an infusion this AM. Oh, gosh. Cindy. Oh, it's getting better, and my house is a lot quieter. Well, yeah, if they were about to break up, then I guess when one party leaves, it will be a lot quieter. Auntie Chris, I always think of Pippi when I hear the name Annika, but I expect the spelling to be Annika. Chris, Annika, the guy you're coloring is gorgeous. You've done a fantastic job. Do you know if he is single? Asking for a friend, of course. Oh, Chris, come on. Of course you're asking for a friend. Who else? Oops. The only things I've really finished here on this spread is those rocks. I think they're pretty much finished. What do you think? The rocks look mostly like done. I added a lot of cracks and kind of a texture to the rocks and shadow, so I think they look all right now. But yeah, thank you, Chris, for the compliment to the guy. I am sure he appreciates it. I might try to get a little bit closer. Let me see. Zoom cam. Is that closer? Yeah, that is probably better, so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing. Oh, Jess? Where's Jess? Oh, hi, Jess. See, now I did not see you coming in. Hi, Jess. Delighted to see you here. I will just watch you, Annika, not the chat. Let's see if that helps. Oh, the rocks look fab. Thank you, Jackie. I actually worked quite a bit on this. I kind of like them fairly textured and craggy, so I added a lot more cracks and texture to them. And I was doubtful for a while if it looks all right, but now that I'm looking at it, it's not too bad. I think it's pretty all right. So I finally got to the guy. As I have said before, this month, just nothing is happening. I haven't done really anything else, finished anything else. I've been super tired as well, you know, once I get everything, like in the evenings when I finally get to the stage that, oh, I have time now, maybe I could do something. And then I tend to just stare at the page. But yeah, eventually I've been getting a little bit, you know, more perky. So hopefully things will settle. But as I said, now my room is mostly set up. You know, there's bits and pieces I can still finish off, but yeah, mostly it's fine. I have now my computer set up and my monitor. I'm working actually for first time ever. I have big curved monitor now that I have the stream here and I have browser here if I want to search something. So it's a pretty decent setup. And I can then turn the monitor on the arm I have this long desk that one side of the desk I've kind of dedicated to my own stuff. And the other side of the desk is, you know, where I mostly, you know, I'm planning to do the work stuff. Candace, the rocks look great. Thank you. Oh, Chris, I'm sorry I had trouble with the picture. Friendly friends here, artistic. So, you know, that's all. Please hit the like button on this live, Annika. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that would be hugely appreciated. It always helps. Jackie, it's totally expected you'll be tired and you cut yourself some slack and rest up. Yeah, I really should kind of have some nights that I actually will try to get to bed at reasonable time. My internal clock doesn't like normal bedtime. It wants to go to bed very late. It's just the way it's always been. Almost since childhood and teen years, so it can be a bit annoying. I remember the only time when I went to bed really kind of easily and, you know, really wanted to go to bed, like, I don't know, 10 o'clock in the evening or something, was during the first trimesters when I was pregnant with my kids. It's just I couldn't stay up longer. It was just... every night around 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Jess, I'm currently creating a huge stack of books ready to fill my plans tomorrow. The problem is, see, I think I'm cursed because I actually filmed. I don't usually do the plans that much. I did the plans this month for March, and you see what happened. You know, everything just went to the dogs immediately. So I have a feeling that maybe I shouldn't do plans. Maybe I'm just jinxing myself the moment I try to do them. Okay, I need to sharpen. Sorry. Serena, Annika, where are your videos with Anne of Green Gables, please? I think I've seen someone in the chat that few weeks ago saying they watched those, but I can't seem to find them. No, Serena, I don't have that book, so it couldn't have been me. Maybe you're mixing up with some other chat, which is entirely possible. Somebody else did that, because I don't even have that book. I have to say I haven't even read that book, and I am pretty decently read, especially in kids literature. I was still enjoying reading, like occasionally, even now, if it's a good kind of like middle school literature, well written, I still enjoy reading kids literature as well, and I used to read a lot of it. With my, one of my professions, I was working for children's programs in television for a while. So it was kind of part of what I just needed to do, but I also really enjoyed doing that. So I read a lot of kids' literature, but, I would know, like Anne of Green Gables, I don't think it was even translated into Estonian. Amy, oh hi Amy, is this an early late night coloring spell? I'm sure. Yeah, we have them. Well, for me it's late enough. Like it's past 10 o'clock here, so late enough. Chris, I've always been a night person, even when I was a kid. Drove my mother crazy, yeah. In all the fairness, though, they were both pretty much nice people as well. My dad was totally, he was a very late night person. Even my mom was more of a nighttime person. Not as bad as my dad, but my dad was like very, very late. And I just grew up in a household that maybe it's also because I grew up in a household that was so late night that it was almost impossible for me to grow up as something else, since everybody was an owl, Gail, I think some people are born natural night owls. Yes, they are, but also technically you should then be, if you're a night owl, you should be then able to also wake up a bit later. But if you're working regular schedule, you still wake up at your normal, to be office hours. So it doesn't really help if your body is just gradually getting more and more tired because you don't get much sleep at all. Chris, by the way, I don't know if it was last week or the week before you were talking about how great Woomer pencils are. So, of course, I had to get some to try them out. And my gosh, they are awesome. Yes, Chris, I'm so glad you like them because not everybody does. And not everybody is so huge into very soft pencils. But, yeah, to me, they are absolutely like budget Prisma alternatives. Okay, I'm not saying they're the same because they're not. I can never reiterate that enough. Like you shouldn't expect them to be identical, but they definitely have that very soft blend on the paper vibe. Maybe I'm mistaken the character then. Quite possibly, Serena, yes, yes. Chris, I also got some Durban drawing pencils and I love them also. Oh yeah, Durban, oh, they are just butter, both of them. Gail, I really want those pencils, Chris. Must be in the genes, Amy. Jackie, yes, Gail, I tend to get much more achieved if I get early and do it all before noon. Afternoons are for fun things like coloring. Yeah, see, we all have our different ways of coping with the day. I now get to sleep a little bit longer in the mornings, which made, of course, me to go to bed even later. When the kids were smaller, you had to, you know, definitely get up with them in the morning. You have to get them out of the beds, make sure that they get dressed, make sure that they have their food, getting out of the door, and so on. Now, my daughter pretty much, you know, does not need a wake-up call. She does it all herself. So it's much I can get in the mornings because of that, about almost 1.5 hours more sleep, which is nice. Cindy, I can't sleep anymore. I didn't get to sleep till 4:30 and it's 9:30 a.m. now. Yeah, but Cindy, that's me. That's how I function often. And, you know, it's not great sometimes. Oh, hi, Brittany. Didn't see you coming in. Hi. What colored pencils? Okay, as I said, I'm in this weird obscure pencils mode at the moment. So I pulled out Brutfuner Skin pencils. They're super cheap and I did the skin with them. And because they have this dark blue as well, which is called Royal Blue, I was like, okay, I might as well use that one to do the shadows on his tunic. I don't think it needs, I think it only essentially needs, I'm putting in shadows and then I'm kind of brightening things up with the Prisma White, as you can see here. I don't think, midtones already down, or the lighter tones. And, you know, you can see how I'm just softening the shading with the Prisma White. So it's a very lazy way of shading. Well, lazy in a way that you already did the work by putting down the watercolor base. Candace, Chris, I'm swatching my new drawing set now. Just got the 24+2 open stock and it broke my no-buy. Oh. Candace, though, they are kind of worth it. I know that, you know, we probably need new pencils like a hole in our head. But they are really nice. Okay, I did put some yellow down here, but I don't think it's strong enough. I'm going over that area with the Prisma White again. I'm trying to use up my Prisma White nubbies because I discovered that I have a pile of them that I tend to, sometimes when it's getting uncomfortable or awkward to sharpen, I just take a new Prisma White and I'm low on Prisma Whites. So I'm using my nubbies up now. But they are a pain to sharpen because you have to take them by the handheld one. If they get short enough, you can't stick them into the electric sharpener anymore. Is anybody there in the corridor? Can you close the door for me, please? Probably not. Because Shen came in and kicked the door open. Okay. Chris, I think they're better than Prisma. Yes, if you don't like the kind of a gloopiness or gooiness of Prisma, then they are probably just in the right spot for you, Chris. Candace, okay, yeah. Amy, it's only after 5 p.m. here in good old Alabama. Aww. I work 4 weeks of days, then flip to 4 weeks of overnights, 7 to 3:45. Oh gosh, that would be hard to cope, I think. If a shift work like that, I can imagine it would be rough. I rarely know the date or time anymore. I can imagine. Yeah, it is a bit, okay, you say as well, it's rough. Yeah. Auntie Chris, I need to figure out a way to make my brush handles fatter. I get stuck using empty water brushes because they're more comfortable to hold. There are some brushes that have pretty nice, like I find this specific brush, this one is Princeton Neptune, and I like that because, you know, the middle of it has kind of a nice fatter bit. I think that's pretty comfortable to hold. And then there were these. Let me look for a second. Let me look. If I can find them. Okay, now that I need to find something, I of course won't. Okay, all right, found 2 samples. But then there are cheap brush sets. Usually you can get them on Temu or AliExpress. One is like this, and I find these really comfortable to hold. They have wooden handles, and they really sit super comfortable in the hand. This kind of a triangular barrel, essentially. It's really comfortable to hold. They come mostly only with kind of a round brush head and mostly kind of in detail format, but they are nice detail brushes because of the handle. And this one is kind of similar. It also has kind of this thickened barrel or the body, but I find that the bristles and the brush itself is better in these, the red handled triangular barrel ones. It's just the information. It is a horrific schedule, yeah, Amy. Absolutely noted. Hi, Artistic. I'm sorry that I don't know your name. I can't call you by name. So Artistic you are. Artistic184. Amy, it's rough, but it pays well. It's auto manufacturing. Okay. Is it like the line work or whatever they call it? Conveyor work, or is it like I would expect that the work itself, if it's a line work or conveyor work, can be mentally pretty exhausting also. But if it pays well, then of course. Cindy, I like soft pencils. I'm a smoosher. If it takes more than 1 layer, I'm done. Hi, Jana. Hi. Okay, I'm to Chris. Thanks, Annika. Look into these. Yeah. Now, it's just options. Okay, I'm not saying that there aren't probably better versions out there, but these are nice. And also, if you are looking at these ones, if you want something that you would have really good control with, okay, I know that. Honestly, God, nobody is paying me, or I'm not affiliated with anything. These are the Pentel ones that I've shown before here, I think. And they also have, if you hold them from here, you have the thicker hold. And because if you hold them like that here, very close to the brush, you can have really good control if you're doing more details and stuff. I find these ones are good too. Just for your knowledge, and they have kind of although the barrel looks like it's pretty skinny, but actually from here, the barrel is pretty hefty, close to the brush. Jackie, hi Chris, my internet is playing up. Sorry if I'm slow to answer. Yeah, as Chris said here, his internet was acting up as well. I was checking on my phone, maybe, if it was maybe just overall bad quality or something was wrong with the bandwidth here. But no, it seems to be doing fine on my side. I have it next to me, kind of playing, and it seems fine. the video seems to be okay. So it must be something on your side. Okay, I missed now things. Kristin, hi, artistic, you're Kristin. Hi, Kristin. I like to kind of find out the names of the people. It's not prying. It's just nice if I'm talking to people to occasionally call them by their names. It just feels kind of nice and more personal. I don't know. If I'm being, kind of annoying or prying about it, then let me know and I'll back off immediately. I do not want to kind of make anybody uncomfortable that I want to know the names or anything, okay? It just feels kind of nicer to call people by their names, not their handles. But everybody is entitled to their privacy, and if they feel uncomfortable with that, one word, and I'll shut up. Dao. Hi, Dao. Have you heard of the love bombing coloring challenge? You mean the one that Maya does? Well, I pretty much color a lot like that to start with. I tend to color a bit like that in that style. But you mean that basically sit with one book and just start loads of pages? Is that what you mean by the love bombing? I think that's how she defined it. I could make a video with that. That would be fun. The problem with love bombing often is that I tend to base pages or put elements down with met media, and then you can't close the book before the bit that you've just finished is dry. Amy, yes, we actually built a Toyota Corolla Cross at my plant. So yes, it's conveyor type work, but we are building the actual vehicle. Labor-intensive coloring space is where I come to. I can only imagine. It's probably physically really demanding as well. Wow. I wouldn't be able for it. Like, I'm creaking at all the seams and, everything aches. Knees are sore, back is sore. Weird soreness in the rib cage. Unidentifiable. Oh. Chris, I am an open book. Ask me anything, Annika. Thank you, Chris. But, I have to make sure that everybody's okay with it. Because maybe I feel like, kind of, being intrusive. Catherine, I have only one book with me here, so I'm love bombing it for sure. Well, that's the way to go about it. Actually, it is sometimes a good idea to just, if you have alternative space where you color, to just limit yourself to one book and, start things there and pay really close attention and spread some love to one specific book. I think it's actually a good idea, but now I don't have alternative space anymore. Well, it's okay. In a way, it's really nice to be able to work from home. I will miss certain aspects of office work, but I, like the fact that I can pretty much grab my coffee downstairs, drag my butt upstairs and sit myself down with the coffee and be done with it. Just switch on the computer and go. Okay, Brittany, last week or the week before we had bad internet because Xfinity, also Comcast, decided to improve the quality of the internet in this apartment complex for 2 days during the day and 1 day at night. Oh yeah, I remember that. We talked about that. Yes, Brittany, now I remember. Oh, yes, it looks looks fun. I would love a video, but I get it. No, actually, that would be cool. I just need to pick what book I would do it, because I have several books that I really like. But it would be cool to do it almost in a book that I haven't really, almost like a new book, and dive into it the way that I usually kind of do tend to dive. If it's a book that I like, I'm adding some white here and there where it looks like it's a bit dull. I didn't try to make him pretty because the situation he's in is kind of rough, and he seems to be kind of frazzled and roughed up. So making him super pretty didn't really appeal to me. I essentially left him pretty much how Maurizio, I think. Is it Maurizio? I think Z is a T sound, so Maurizio Campidelli would be, I think, a correct way to pronounce it. I've only had very basic Italian long years ago when I was studying singing, of all the things. My life is like comedy series. Okay, Kristin, I've been writing names down. I'm new to the coloring community, getting ready to get started very soon. Ooh, that would be cool. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. It's such a great hobby. Just interesting, Amy. That's the car my dad has. Toyota Corolla. Oh, I have a Toyota as well, but not Corolla. I have the RAV4. Because I needed something a bit, something. I wouldn't have possibly chosen it, but it somehow, kind of came to me, that car, essentially. And I previously had a for a while I had a fairly small car, which I absolutely hated. And then I had a Kia Ceed, which I absolutely loved. I think it's such an underrated car. It's such a smooth ride and such a comfortable car to drive and even sit in. It's just a lovely car. And now, see, I'm just putting down a bit of a shadow and then pulling in the highlights, and I'm not planning to do, much more elaborate stuff with this tunic. Jackie, if we live in the old house, our internet is often crappy. Okay. And hence your reluctance to try live streaming. Amy, Annika, girl, Simon, 48, everything hurts all the time. You clocked that accurately. I know. It's just, I'm pretty convinced that soon the bits will start falling off. Catherine, one book and one set of pencils, but I'm making it work. That can be absolutely fine. Or do you have at least like a white gel pen and something like this as well? Because that can be really helpful on top of like one book. That I could make do with, but I would need kind of like one book, one pencil set, ideally small travel set of watercolors with a water brush maybe, and then maybe white gel pen. And then I could do quite a lot. Okay, so Brittany, call me Chris. I would love to see you live live sometimes on your adult coloring channel, coloring page. Oh yeah, Chris, you should do a live. Can you? It's not that hard. Like if I was able to set things up and start doing lives, I think you're actually, you sound more tech savvy than I am. Actually, I can't really put myself down. I'm pretty okay with tech, relatively. But I'm absolutely sure that you could do it very easily. And it would be fun. The airy, fragile world. Oh yeah, Fragile World. Yeah, the love bombing. That would be kind of cool. Amy Thompson, Bumblebee, that's so cool. I hope he loves it. There's a good chance I install this driver's side seat. Chris, I'm actually not set up to do that. Okay, I use camera to film on my videos, not my phone. Besides, I know I would say something wrong. It could be cancelled immediately. I'm not using phone either. I'm using a webcam. And not an expensive one. It's a fairly cheap webcam because, I was not going to invest crazy amount. Oh, hi. What you're up to? I'm not going to invest huge amounts of money into it. I'm just doing it through OBS. Everything is connected to my laptop. It takes a little bit to kind of figure out and set up, but once it's set up, it's not that bad. Oh boy, Catherine. Bye. Karen, just come to a dark side. We have lots of books and pencils. Chris, but thank you for saying that. Okay, canvas and pens and markers and paints and crayons. Oh, hi, Amy. He looks handsome. Thank you. I'm trying to get his tunic finished. I'm doing the lazy shading, meaning basically two pencils, dark blue and white. Because I have the midtones down already here, so I don't need to go super detailed with them. Auntie Chris, one book and one pencil sounds really liberating, but also absolutely horrifying. Cindy, my car has been at the mechanics for a month. Her name is Barbara and I miss her. Do you have a replacement one then from the mechanic? Catherine, I have a white and gold pen. See, you're fine. And I will find that you're in black for repairing lines and eyes. See, you're fine. You're gonna do very well. Jackie, okay, I've got the dog out. Hamish, she's nagging to go for a walk. I will try to join in again later if I can. Bye, Jackie. Have fun during the walk. Hope it's not too hot again. What kind of pencils? Those are Brutfuner skin pencils. I'm using like really cheap, obscure pencil set. I just felt like that today, that I didn't go for super well-known or super popular ones. I just picked up something that people don't often use. And I actually think these pencils are underutilized and underappreciated. They are, as skin tones go, a really good choice of colors. You really can do pretty much absolutely any skin tone with them. I've done some pretty complicated skin tones with them, so. But I have to say that on this paper specifically, usually I can make them work on most papers, but this paper specifically doesn't seem to be particularly loving them. But hey, can't be perfect. It's okay, but I'm fighting with pencils a bit more than I usually do, or writing with these pencils more than I usually do. Annika DM me, Chris, Annika DM me what webcam you're using and I'll check it out. Yeah, I can do that if I know. Please remember after I'm done, but I can actually toss it into the DMs for you now before I forget, because on my brain it could just as well not be there. It's just U green is the camera, and it's the 4K one. Oh, you actually asked me about Sharpie markers to color with in the I have used Sharpie markers. You do, I don't know how sensitive you are to smells. You get really strong smell while you're coloring with them. I have seen people also blending with them. I really haven't bothered to do that. If I have colored with them, I've colored with them just as a kind of a base that I put something on top. They give a nice even base when they go down. They're pretty nice in that sense. But you do need to be pretty tough with tolerating smells because they are pretty rough. I'll show you something. Wait a second. Here is the set that I kind of recommend. Recommend, if you want to get Sharpies or try Sharpies. Let me see. Let me catch up with the chat first. Dow, the pencils look amazing. Oh, lovely shiny. Oh, thank you, Dow. Sorry if I'm calling you Dow. I don't know your name. Sorry. If you're okay with giving me your name, that's lovely. If not, absolutely fine. Okay. Catherine, you might eventually invest in a set of. Okay, acrylic pens. All right. Amy, your skin tone here looks amazing. Very realistic. Yeah, that's because I wanted it to be kind of a bit rough. Not as glowing and vibrant. The guy has been fighting a dragon and crawling around in caves, so he's going to be maybe a bit dirty and maybe a bit grubby, and definitely no kind of a glowing red cheek there. And I tried to do the kind of a reflection of the light here as well, the fire that the dragon is spewing. I think, okay, Gail, I think I have that Brute Force skin set, the box set. They were CF cloud pens or something like that, but Brute Force and the actual pencils. Is it 72 set? Then it might very easily be that they are just white labeled brutes. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're probably right. They also have, I think, 24 sets both, or I've done good skin with both. I gave the 24 set away because I just, I didn't need two of them. One of my daughter's friends was very happy to get it because they're all artsy. So she was very, very glad to have a skin pencil set. Precious, hi Precious. Once again, don't know your name, so sorry. Precious you are. And it's absolutely fine. If you want to give me your name, I'll try to remember it. If not, perfectly fine. Gail, I think I have that truthfulness. Okay, sorry, yeah. Brittany, here in USA, people don't always get a rental car from the car repair shop. The car is getting fixed at here in USA. Okay. All right, as needed. Okay, just feel to DM me about it. Always happy to help. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jess would be perfect. She is very savvy. I'm rough beginner compared to her. She knows her drill and is very knowledgeable about all the setup, whereas I'm just kind of riding off the seat of my pants here. Because I wasn't really sure, how at first I didn't really invest in really expensive webcam because I didn't really know how long I was going to do it, to know if it's going to work out for me at all. I just wanted to kind of do that charity stream, so I had to get some sort of a setup. But now that I really started enjoying doing it, and I'm actually thinking about occasionally just doing like spontaneous ones, the ones that I don't schedule, just basically pop on and just color live, more so than having those almost like more chatty sessions. Have sessions where I just color and maybe, kind of talk a little bit, but concentrate more maybe on just, doing what I'm doing. So I don't know if these would be any point doing these, but, I might try. And now you can see what I'm doing here, being lazy, is these pencils react very well to the waxing white Prisma. So I'm just essentially blending them out and creating this smoother blend here. I don't like this bit. I need to do something here. That's bad. Okay, Chris, I was talking about Sharpies. This, okay, I don't know what pen it is. That is unknown pen. Random highlighter. Okay. These are Sharpie pastel set. And these are actually pretty interesting colors. Wait, let me see. They're pretty good for basing. Let me see. Can I show you? They're quite muted. But they are definitely. I have based pages with Sharpies, especially this set. I rarely ever. I do have the set of kind of your regular colors of Sharpies as well, fairly big set, but I almost never use them. I've used them in a couple of places here and there, kind of combination with oh, already the smell is getting to me. Oof. In the combination with other alcohol markers. Those are not alcohol markers, they are solvent based, I think. But you can see that this, of course, you know, it's not pastel, but it is nice muted color. So, and like, for example, the pencils like Woomers, which are pretty opaque, will go on top of these colors super well. So I think they're nice colors. They're not kind of a harsh chemical colors. This is really nice, I think. That dark, the teal, it's really nice color. So it's called a pastel set, but some of the pens here are pretty darn dark. But all good colors, I think. This is probably my least favorite of the colors here. And this is also a nice color. It's actually getting dry. Yeah, so I have used them, but mostly these ones, and mostly for basing. I would probably not be able to do. I know that some people do full kind of shading with them, but I'm not one of those people. I just don't have the skill for that. Well, I haven't pushed myself learning that. Okay, now I need to do the belt as well. I think that should be pretty much all right. Oh, sorry. Now let me look at the chat. Brittany, there are people in this private alcohol marker coloring group in Facebook saying that by biannual alcohol markers are just as good as the WE alcohol markers since they are made at the same factory. Quite possibly, especially if they're using the same inks. Hi, Nessa. Auntie Chris, when I picked up coloring as an actual hobby, I spent like 3 years coloring nothing but mandalas and paisleys with Sharpies. Yes. You must have been slightly high the whole time. No wonder. Candace, Sharpies are, yes, they are precision tool more so. I'm not a mandala colorist though. That's the thing. My brain isn't occasionally. I don't see patterns as well as some people do. Like, who is really good, I find, with mandala style pages and pattern style of pages. Well, there used to be. She's not doing any more now videos, but Doodle Robot used to do really awesome pattern pages. But another one who is absolutely fantastic at them here in the coloring community is Coloring Chemist. Her patterns are just fantastic, and her feel for palette and the way she chooses colors and kind of just, you know, makes her patterns and mandalas really come to life. It's amazing. I just don't have that brain. Some people do it, some people, do have it, some people don't. I can do other stuff, but patterns are not my forte. Okay, so the ultrafine work great for the intricate ones, says Candace, but they do bleed, so don't get too close. Okay. Kristen, I've been mostly a graphite artist for years. I am struggling a bit with all the color choices and mediums. I've been swatching more than creating. That is the beginning. In the beginning, that's what you do. Don't worry about it too much and don't stress out over it. That's you getting acquainted with your materials. It's basically saying hello to new media. And often I do swatch my things, but often that's almost the only time I look at those swatches. But that period of swatching is necessary for me to get the feel of the material, what I think of them. And then after that, I usually go and do my own thing. More often than not. Okay, Chris, okay, yeah. Kirsten, I like watching how you work, Annika. It's encouraging me to just dive to see what happens. Yeah. I'm not very organized colorist. Like, all of us have the way our brain works and what suits us, what styles of working. Like, there are a lot of people who can't imagine and would pretty much freaked out if they had to work like me, without any swatches, without color combos, just grabbing pencils. And I would go nuts if I had to go and, I see people have those wonderful, absolutely amazing, and I can see how much work went into it, big folders of different color combinations and stuff, and that would just stress me out because it would almost limit, to me, it kind of almost forces me or limits me, and I just want to grab pencils as I go. Pretty randomly. Anessa, do they have an odor too? Yes, they stink. Color, Vickers, thank you, Annika, you're always so good to me. Aw. And you're a good internet son, Chris. You always make me laugh, thank you. Chris, I took forever for me to realize that coloring was legit hobby industry. My first grown-up books came from an art store gallery in 1998. And most of the work has been done in Crayola crayons. Nothing wrong with that. Kirsten, I thank you, Annika, for feedback. And yes, I do enjoy swatching. I just don't want to feel so afraid to start a page. What book do you have? Do you have a book chosen? I think that one of the tricks when you're starting coloring is to find a book that you want to color, not the book that is popular, not the book that everybody says, oh, that's amazing paper, you should like this book, but book that really calls for you. And sometimes it takes time before you actually find these books. Often people, because they come to the coloring community and they look at other people's videos, and of course most of the books that people show and people color in tend to be the most popular books. So you tend to buy the books by the popularity. You buy Hannah Carson, you buy Johanna Basford, you buy Kirby Razanes, whatever. But they might not actually be what your spirit books end up being. And then as you color during that process, as you gather, start coloring and start finding out what you like and how you like to work. And as you go on and you also start accumulating more books, because trust me, you will if you get into it, then you eventually discover what you actually enjoy and what you like and what is your thing. And I would not have ever, if somebody had told to me in the beginning that one of my favorite books would be the likes of these and the Camilla Garofano books, for example, or this one, the Duchess of Lore books, I would not have understood, if I just saw the line art in them. It would not have talked to me the way it talks to me now. So you kind of need to get comfortable in your body and in your coloring kind of a psyche, and then you start finding what you really love. And once you start doing what you really love, that's when you start being more happy with your work, I think. So just, think about it and what you actually enjoy, not what everybody is doing, but what you actually enjoy, what you actually like, what art appeals to you. These are just, it's just so fun. And this is so me. And I would have never, ever in the beginning realized, especially, if I just looked at the line art like this, I would not have realized that it's going to be very much my thing. I don't know if I'm making sense here, if I'm just blowing hot air at you through the screen. Okay. Ouch! Jana, you're flying by the seat of your pants as well. No, so I have my pencils in bins sorted by color families, all brands mixed. I use them more than if they were in a case. I have expensive artist ones in cases, though I am genuinely thinking about doing that. It's just the bin system kind of needs more tabletop space, which I'm kind of short of. I need, I really can't fill my, now even narrower workspace with, more bins of pencils, because now I have the new setup that I do have a long desk, but now the part of it, sorry, I'm moving that camera because my table is ridden. Half of that desk is now kind of dedicated to my work. I still have some coloring stuff on there, but I do need some space there that is, purely just for working. So yeah, I don't think I can do that at the moment, but the idea really appeals to me. I would still, yes, keep my kind of artist pencils or more expensive pencils in the cases. Amy, I'm more of a grab and go type too, means having to color correct on the page sometimes, but that's not that, Yeah, exactly. You can, color correcting is not a problem, or muting things down, or just, changing the shades. All you need is essentially kind of familiarize yourself somewhat, well, the more the better, but yeah, somewhat with the color theory, or basically the color wheel. And once you have color wheel in front of you, at first maybe you need it in front of you, but I don't nowadays anymore. I don't look at it anymore. You just know what colors neutralize, what colors, how to mix them. And all the same logic as working with paints. People who paint, learn that usually, how to mix colors. And for some reason we have this with pencils that you need to have all the colors ready in the set for you, whereas you can actually do the same thing. You can just mix them just the way you mix paints. Auntie Chris, pick your least favorite page in your most favorite book. That's where you get a feel for your materials on the paper, but you won't feel so bad if you hate how it turns out. Yes, Candace, I think swatching is to me what cataloging new stamps and baseball cards was my grandpa. Yes, Candace, that is 100%. I feel the same. That is perfect. Patricia, that's a great advice. A popular book doesn't mean that you're going to love it. Pick a book that calls to you and brings you joy just looking at it. Kristen, I brought a book for each artist I like. I'm excited to do a page in Kristen Karen's. Well, yes, they are lovely books. Leila Julie, Beautiful Planet, gorgeous books, but a bit of a challenge, you know, really intricate life art and Fragile World. Oh, it's beautiful. That's one of the books that actually kind of scares me. I have it, and I keep saying I'm going to start coloring it any day now. Any day. It's going to happen. It will happen, okay? It's just I need to get my butt into gear. I really like it, but I'm somehow scared of it. Which doesn't make any sense, I know, but it doesn't have to make sense. We all have our quirks, so don't feel bad about those either. If you are intimidated by some books or some books that everybody loves, but you just don't. You just can't see yourself pouring with it, then just do your own thing. Don't try to be anybody else, be you, boldly and unashamedly. Your favorite books, Nessa? Okay, Rita Berman, wonderful artist and good paper. Melpomene, once again, wonderful artist, good paper. And Kima Parrish, oh, she's fun. She's really fun. For a longest time, she only had that yoga book, I think. And I didn't have it at first, and I was kind of thinking about getting it, but I wasn't really sure I was going to like it, but I had kind of dropped it into my wish list. And then one of my subscribers, absolutely wonderful, Michelle, sent me some happy mail from my wish list. And she sent me that book, and I did page in it and suddenly realized, oh, no, I really like it. Now I like Kima Parrish as well, whereas at first she wouldn't have been, you know, in my immediate favorites category. Nessa, amazing pages, but oh, thank you. Thursday makes a lot of sense, thanks. I'm excited to figure out what we like. Yes. Auntie Chris, I have to buy the Occult and Folklore book. I love that artwork. Also, even though I'm very much not religious, there's a Jesus-y book with a really cool... Oh, is that the Bible stories or the greatest book or something like this? I got it, and it's a challenge. I actually should have put it one of those books in my video, the wishful thinking that I was going to be Maya in it. Because Maya does amazing work in it. And I thought, oh, I'm going to get it and I'm going to be Maya. I'm going to do cool stuff in it. And it is challenging me. But I would like to work it again. It's a really cool artwork. It's very different. And Nessa, I used wine bottle holders from Dollar Store. They are the same length as pencils and they stack. Okay. That's not something I would have never thought of, but that sounds cool. I got some stacking acrylic drawers and put my Inktense, gel pens, gelatos, and a bunch of other things in them so I would see them and use them more. Yeah, I have drawers like this, and I have, occasional pens in them, but these drawers don't really, that specific drawer, you don't get too much into them colors wise, so you would need to have loads of them to actually fit a fraction of my collection. Okay, so I'm doing that sort up here, finishing that bit up, taking that, making that bit pretty dark. Yeah, but I'm leaving that bit of a highlight there. Chris, I am at grabbing go. Yes, grabbing go. I feel like the pencils and pens talk to me and say, here, use me here. I know it's... No, it doesn't sound weird. That's pretty much how it works for me as well. That I just look and say, okay, this, you will work here. You will work here. You will work here. And sometimes it's a color that doesn't make any sense. I don't really do very often very kind of an orderly, neat, kind of a same tone gradients. I tend to do fairly crazy gradients. Yeah. And that is fine. You all be you. That's the best person to be. Okay. Just a little bit here, the extra color. But I need a bit of that yellow in there as well, just to blend it out. Yeah. I might... Do I have any black? I might need some black in that sword hilt. Sharpening. Sorry, I do that sharpening shout. Like, it's not as noisy now. The sharpener isn't so super close to the microphone anymore. My setup is a bit better. The kind of the buzzing sound that was there before from my laptop should now be not as prevalent either, because the laptop is just further away from my microphone and so on. So hopefully it's a little bit better. Nessa, my happiest days are getting a new appliance, watching it. Yes, yes. Emma got my phone back. Yay! Chris Grab and oh yeah, the autocorrect, always a joy. Nessa, yes, Kima Parish books are light-hearted and joyful. Paper is great. Yeah, I'm kind of attracted to that new one. I didn't like that much the previous one, which I don't remember the name, but the new one is Cozy Animals, I think, or something like this. And I really like that one. I kind of want it, but I looked at my shelves and said, you're not getting it. Not before you've colored a bit more in the yoga animals. Come on, Aksik. Use that money for something else. Tell Willow to go to bed, please. Willow, would you please go to bed? It's nice in bed. It's comfy there. You can read a book. Be unashamedly, I was just too beautiful. I feel very out of step with the popular artists in the community quite often. I'm a bit of off-center, I think. And that is fine. I never understood why this is a problem. You know, we don't all need to like the same artists. Like, absolutely fine. I am struggling with quite a few very popular artists, and that's okay. There's plenty other ones around. It's not like I don't have enough material to color here. I do like Maurizio Campidelli, though. So I'm glad that I found him. And I only really... He's been actually around for quite a while, but I only really became aware of him when he published those kind of a fantasy books that he has now. But he's also done, it appears, and I actually have this book, the funniest thing. He's done some horror art, and he's also doing those books that are kind of like male, books that are dedicated to kind of male celebrities or male actors. I think he has a book for Jason Momoa. I don't know how to exactly pronounce it correctly. Then Harry Styles, I think, and country heartthrobs and like this. And that's I have a pic on Insta of Pencil Stack, same name. Okay, I need to check that out. That would be cool. Cindy, funny thing, I got that Bible, that coloring book is based on years ago, not because I'm religious, but because I love the artwork. It's stunningly beautiful. I like his color palettes as well. I got the little cards set, not the Bible, because I don't want, the big, huge thing. But there's also kind of like little, I don't know, they call it almost like a prayer cards or something like this. And they're essentially a card deck that has bits of artwork, kind of full artwork on it, and then maybe a quote or something like this. I'm also not religious, but I do love the art. Those things don't have to be like mutually exclusive. The biggest story ever told. Yes, Auntie Chris. I'm not opposed to buying it. I just have to do some research to make sure that the illustrator and publisher aren't the kind of Christians who hate my trans kid. Oh, I haven't really looked into it. I did look a little bit into them. They didn't seem to be, saying anything hateful on the social media. They seem to be fairly progressive. But I'm not really, I didn't go that deep. I also didn't want, to buy something super problematic, but they don't seem to be. Kirsten, hi Nessa, it's an euphoric experience getting a new supply and swatching it. My hair stands up when I press the buy button, I know. I hear that, Chris. I have a visceral reaction to things labeled Christian often enough. Sending love your way, yes. Other people look at me, what? It's just pencils. No. It's little sticks of joy. And pigment. Okay, so I need to do with pants. Oh, no. I haven't finished the belt. I should have put the work on the angle. I'm struggling a little bit because the way the light is, I might want to actually change the light. I'm sorry if it's going to be a bit of a flare. I'm changing the lights, so. Okay, because this light creates a little bit less of a glare. On the paper, the pencil glare. I see a little bit better what I'm doing. Wait a second. I'm bringing it down and I'm checking that I'm in the right, white light. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I can actually see a little bit better what I'm doing. The other light is brighter and more white, but it does tend to create kind of a shine on the pencils. Has anyone ever heard of Durian Addict, aka T. Fallon? I love their illustrations, but I rarely see anyone post about them. It sounds familiar. Why does it sound familiar? Durian Addict. So familiar. Durian Addict. Let me. Sorry. I put it into the wrong spot altogether instead of search because I'm a genius. T. Fallon. Why do I have it coloring books? Oh, yeah, Chippy Chicks. Yes, now I know them. Yes, I do know them. I don't have any. One of the reasons being that I do like the faces. I do like the art itself. But that hair is just, I can just imagine myself like dropping under my desk of pure exhaustion and frustration having to do all that hair because she or he, I don't know, they put a lot of hair on the pages. I just got the coloring book, and I was so excited. But now that I look at the artwork, it's so different. I don't know how to attack it. Yeah, it's challenging. I did one page there, but I want to do more because I really like how it looks like. Jason, it's pronounced Jason. Candace, Kirsten, it's an emotional roller coaster. Curious Mind had been fans since his Stargate Atlantis days. Was he there? Really? How did I not remember that? How? Actually, now that I'm... yes, he was. I had totally forgotten about that. And I actually liked Stargate Atlantis. I think Stargate Atlantis was such a wonderful camp. Like, so good. So much fun. Fun and bonkers stories. I like the kind of exploration angle of it, which I always enjoy. That's why I kind of enjoyed most of the Star Treks as well. Not all of them necessarily, but most of them. It's the kind of the discovery and the exploration angle and kind of almost road trip vibes. I also enjoy reading books and watching movies about road trips. I wouldn't be much of a fan of a road trip myself, but I do like reading and watching movies and TV series about them. Isn't it weird? I don't know. Kristen, my husband is laughing at us. He loves seeing me excited, but it's definitely funny to him to see how excited we get. On to Chris, Annika, you need to make some merch with pictures of colored pencils and the caption, little sticks of joy and pigment. Candace, I probably knows that there are new pencils because the artist, because they are still in the tin, but he hasn't said the word. Candace, I know I've run across the attic somewhere, but I can't remember where. It's going to bug me now. It's, I can show you, okay, I have the thing in it. No, that's the, everybody knows that book, definitely, the Trippy Chicks. And a lot of the pages would be like that, like the really, I like the faces, really cool faces. I like how they draw faces, but the hair, there's just so much of it. And hair is not one of my favorite things to color. Like, I can color hair if I apply myself, and I can do it pretty decently if I say so myself. Because who else is going to lift the dog's tail if not dog itself? But I cannot just avoid doing too much of it. I just get frustrated. And there are colorists who are absolute opposite, who can just, who really relax and can do endless swathes of hair, and who essentially, buy certain books or look for certain books specifically because they have a lot of hair in it, and that's the bit they enjoy. And not me. Not me. Putting some black into it so that leather straps kind of are more pronounced on the hilt. Yeah. And now I need to do the tops of the boots, and then I can move on to the pants, which I'm going to leave tan. Jess, thank you for the company as I sorted out my massive stacks of books, plans of April. I'm off to bed now. Take care. Oh, good night, Jess. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had some good time. Hi, Mandy. How are you? Emma, Bohemian Beauty Special. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she's just too much hair for me. Emma, I've got 3 copies of that for some reason. Wow. Where's Killian? I did not even see him popping in. Hi, Killian. I was distracted. Killian is Mr. Oxic Jr. That's my son, essentially. Now, a bit of a drink that he made, by the way, for me today, so that's nice. Cindy, I was thinking the other day that if you like Star Trek, then you're perfect. Well, I do, so I am. Slop, like I hear that in Vera's voice. We're so similar, I have to ask, is your mother a vicious old drunk and your father gay? No. No. Although it might have been opposite. Amy, I'm fine with hair. It's the rest of the person I struggle with. Dang, 3 copies, Emma. Love bomb 1. Tackle here. Yeah, I know you should tackle in sections, Chris. I know. It's just, I just get tired of it. I can do, for quite a while, I can do it nice and neat and, it looks so lovely and realistic. And then I just get tired of it and I just start doing like, I just need to get through it and I start just rushing it. Like, I'm done with it. So let's put some dark brown here. Just want to do those tops of the boots. Nessa, I don't enjoy coloring people. I'm a beginner colorist though, so maybe I will develop like a fine wine. I'm sure you will, by the way. We all do. It's not like none of us was kind of immediately started coloring and woof, we had it all figured out. Nope. I didn't know what I really liked and therefore bought quite a few books that I'm, probably definitely if I was kind of a better acquainted with myself, probably shouldn't have bought. I do have kind of like a mild coloring background in a way that I did used to do cards. I started my kind of interest in kind of a paper crafty or coloring related stuff when I was I think it was about 15 years ago or more, yes, when I was, it must have been about 15 years ago, a little bit more, when I was at home with kids. They were smallies then, like, proper smallies. And I started doing cards just to have some sort of a creative outlet. And I enjoyed, and I never that took me by surprise that the main part I eventually ended up really enjoying was coloring the images for the cards. So I enjoyed doing the cards that had kind of like a picture stamp and then coloring the picture stamp and making the whole card kind of, come together as a thematic whole. And it was fun, and I loved over-embellishing, just like I now tend to overwork my pages. I like my cards elaborate and fancy and, fun and fluffy and full of all sorts of stuff. They were heavy, I can tell you that. Like, my cards were hefty. But then when I went back to work, and I was very much into it, but I was starting to get kind of tired eventually because, as you know, you get more established in the community. You know, there was quite a lot of design teams I've ended up in, and it's essentially free labor. You know, you need to do usually a card per week for the design team, and it's not like you know, they all take time, and my cards took time because they were pretty elaborate, and it's essentially unpaid labor. And I went back to work, and I just didn't have that time and energy to give to card making anymore. And I was also kind of slightly burnt out because I was on too many design teams, and it became a job instead of hobby. So I just stopped doing it. And then when I was kind of feeling that, okay, yeah, I could now do it again, then the room that I have at the moment, where I'm working in. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, it's Ola. Say hello.
Hi.
Is it them? I got smoothie. It's really nice though. How lucky am I? Anyways, what did I start saying? About the card making. Oh, yeah. And then I was at the stage that I could do something now again just for myself. But then my husband started working from home, and he essentially had taken over my desk, which is totally understandable and normal, and, totally should have. But there was no place for me to work. So I tried to do it on the floor, and I got really bad knees out of it. It's basically kneeling on the floor doing stuff. And I just stopped the attempts, and finally, eventually, I got extra desks in this room and my workspace. Hi. Oh!
Wow.
You greedy gods.
Wow.
Gideon took some of my smoothie. I'm telling you all.
That's so rude.
Yeah, they said that you didn't bring me beer. You don't have any beer of your own.
Get beer when I get beer. No worries.
I see. It took too long. I stopped watching, but I heard you from the other room, says Ted Gillian. Yeah, he says that I need to get beer for him to bring me beer. Yes, he's looking for work at the moment, so I'm the beer provider in this house. Do you want the tablet?
No.
Okay. If you wanted to look at the chat, then it's probably easier to watch than on the phone. That's why I offered. Kirsten, I saw your cards. Amazing. Oh, thank you. In case anyone's keeping track, Annika has done about 5 minutes work in the last 90 minutes. I'm so sorry. I know this is what happens in these lives. They're not exactly productivity heavy. But I think I need, and we all need, this Saturday night chat. Okay, I'm trying to be decisive and swift about these pants. Do you want to sit next to me here?
Okay.
You go? Yeah, it's up to you where you sit. We have now in this room 3 computer chairs, a couch, and a little armchair. So it's not like we have shortage of spaces to sit. But Shen is still bitter because she doesn't really have a seat anymore where she would be able to look out of the window. She used to have one seat There was an awful, awful old chair that also opened up as a bed, and it was heavy and looked terrible, and it was really kind of a tricky to open, so we got rid of it. But it had really wide back, so she could chill on the back of it and look outside. But she doesn't have that option anymore. She was not happy with this. No beer, but a smoothie makes it all better. Yes, it does. Oops, I hope you didn't get that idea from me. Sometimes I lay on my stomach in bed and color, bring me back to being kid. Yeah, I did that today, by the way. I tried to do that today, but I was feeling super tired. Can you close the door? Because that buzzing, I think, might come in. Gideon is taking shower, and we have pumped shower. So the house shakes a bit when somebody is taking shower. The water pressure here is kind of rubbish if you don't have electric or pumped shower. Hi, Priyasha. Hi. Oh, lovely to see you all. Oh yeah, I tried to do the coloring in bed on my stomach, which I kind of imagined, but my eyes were kind of tired and I felt tired as well. So I just had a small nap instead. I had put on audiobook and I was thinking I'm going to, because I was feeling kind of a bit tired and my knees were a bit messed up. So it's like, okay, I'm going to do it on the bed. And no, it didn't really work for me. Once again, my best option usually is, if I'm working or if I color, I prefer to do it at my desk. It just kind of feels the best, feels the most comfortable. Juices are flowing here. I love this chat. Cheers. Here's my smoothie.
I lost track of what's happening if there is Doctor Who references.
Yes. You are my kind of people. All eyes also. Doctor Who references. We're both Doctor Who fans. Myself and my daughter. We are certified weirdos here. And that is a good thing. Please remember that, Orla. Okay. Yes, I hope all is well, Annick, and that you are finally settled with your new routine. Yeah, I'm mostly now sorted. As I said, the room now has way more drawers. I even have some empty drawers, people. I have some empty drawers. Can you imagine that? A very Mary Poppins moment. Can you imagine that? I have some empty drawers. And I'm not going to push and fill them. I'm going to enjoy the moment that there's actually space, that I have places left to put things. And not to fill them super fast is the goal now. Yeah, we have chairs now. I bought my computer from work, so that's all set up. Well, I'm just connected everything. I bought my big monitor, which I'm now using for this live stream as well. It's really great because it's a really wide, big one. And, I have it on the monitor arm so I can move it. You can see how lazy I am with these pens because I'm not really planning to do much more here. I might bring another pencil in slightly, but I just want them to be kind of tan pants. Put the creases in and be done with it, not overdo it. Are you playing with cards? Which cards? Other the doggy cards?
Mm-hmm.
I got her cool dog cards. Are you doing the solitaire?
One-handed solitaire.
One-handed solitaire?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is.
Like almost impossible to win.
Really, really cute. One of the Christmas gifts that I had forgotten. I had gotten them for her for Christmas, and I had put them on the other stuff in the kind of a like box with packing materials, for wrapping stuff. And I found it as I was arranging things here. So she got a Christmas present. Kirsten, how do you keep gel pens from shedding the glitter? Can you seal it somehow? To be honest, well, yeah, pretty much the only thing that works is a spray of some sort, because if you put anything that you put on with the brush onto them, it's just going to smear them, because they're also mostly water-based. What I use is the fixative, oh gosh, where is it? Where's my fixative? Found it. See, when you know everything is organized, and therefore I can't find anything. Because everything has a new place. And I'm constantly lost where I put this. So today I spent loads of time looking for white tack, and I still haven't found it. And I know I have a hefty pack of white tack somewhere. Anyways, I use that fixative. That's a good one. And you can also, if you put that one on, you can also go with pencils on top afterwards. This is the Winsor & Newton one, that the yellow, kind of a stripe one, that is workable fixative. So, some of them, once you put them on, you can't do anything anymore. But it does kind of seal the gel pens for me anyway. But you need to either do it with the open window, or in the room that you leave and close the door, or even better, outside. Auntie Chris, if I were to lay down for coloring, I'd instantly be mauled by tiny dogs, and all my pencils would be up there. Shen was sitting next to me and screaming at me because she wanted to be under the blanket and I wasn't obliging her. So it's kind of, but at least she doesn't need pencils, so that's something. Kirsten. Well, she has, yeah, she has. Artistic 184, I have a non-yellowing matte spray by Krylon and the work ink fixative. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, empty drawers. Is that even acceptable? Is there a TARDIS emoji? I want one. Actually, that's a good question. Is there a TARDIS emoji? I think I've seen one somewhere. Twitter is notorious for moving around the page. Sealing should help. Yeah, yeah. Empty drawers, time to shop for more art. It's like, no, I'm trying. I love David. Yeah, David Tennant was our favorite as a doctor as well. Yeah, he's the bestest. He has had the, although we liked okay, now I'm having the brain freeze. The Matt, what's the second name? Matt Smith.
Matt Smith.
Yeah, Matt Smith. I like Matt Smith, doctor as well. He was very good as well. They're both good. I liked, but I liked the season when there was Catherine Tate and David Tennant, Doctor and Donna. Oh, that was so good. They had such good comedic chemistry. Oh. And also, if there were like deeper and sadder moments, they really played them out well. So, fantastic pairing. Whoever thought of it, that was genius. It's really good. I know that most people don't know what, it's not exactly mainstream Doctor Who. But if you know, you know. And it's great fun. Nessa, I've had to find nooks and crannies in my nooks and crannies to store out stuff, and they shall further find more space infinitely as I insist. You have like time and space continuum in your craft room. Sounds like my craft room, Nessa. Kristen, I have heard of Winsor & Newton fixative. Thanks, Annika. I'll spray it in my garage. Yeah, garage is a good option. Just don't do it in the room where you are actually working in and, kind of staying there for a while, because it'll give you a headache. It's not good for you. I have done it inside, especially if it's like rainy or nasty weather outside or whatever, or if I'm just kind of too tired to drag my butt downstairs. But if I do it, then I do it the last thing, like the window is open, and I do it the last thing before I leave the room. And then leave it to air under the window. Call me Chris, I used Mod Podge because after it dries, there's no smell. Can you actually put Mod Podge on top of glitter gel pens? Because I would think that, doesn't it dissolve them? No? Huh. Oh, Mod Podge spray! I didn't even know that they had spray. I don't think it's even available here. I suspect not. Okay, so... here we go. I think I'm pretty much, or maybe I'm adding a little bit of an extra color here. Maybe this one. Let's see. It's kind of almost the same, but not quite. Just to soften some transitions. Here in the knees. I think I want something darker here, but it needs to be warm. Sorry. This one is called what? Cashew. Oh, you like Christopher Eccleston? Yeah, he's a good actor, but I don't know. I don't think he ever really liked this role.
I enjoyed him, but I think I also disliked Clara.
Clara?
He was the one with Clara.
Wasn't she with Rose as well? It was Rose from the beginning. It was Billy Piper from the beginning.
Am I getting him mixed up with somebody else?
You're getting... No,
wait.
You're getting the Scottish guy.
No, I liked him too, actually.
Christopher Eccleston was good, yeah. It's a good, but not as good. I'm sorry. Sorry.
He had like a weirdly short season, didn't he?
He had only like one season and it wasn't very long. I don't think he liked doing it, and it kind of showed sometimes. It wasn't really his thing, He felt kind of a bit above it. But then after him came David Tennant, and I was like, oh!
I have my coloring book.
I'm still very much... Huh?
I have the coloring book.
You have the Oh yeah, you have the coloring book for Doctor Who. We have a coloring book, which I've never colored. I should really do something. But it's your coloring book, so I can't. Sorry.
I'll allow you.
You'll allow me to color in your Doctor Who coloring book that you have not colored in?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're so kind to each other nowadays.
Generous person.
Kate, oh yeah, the Donna era was amazing. Yes, it really was. 1 year I knit a 12-foot scarf. Art maximalist for the win. Gail, I loved David Tennant's first episode. It was hilarious. He had many really funny ones, but first one was really funny, yes. Now I'm feeling like watching Doctor Who again. We have watched it several times, by the way. We have certain, both myself and Ola, we have certain kind of like favorite episodes. We both like the Weeping Angels episode, the first one, a lot. Was it called Don't Blink, was it?
I think so. Or one of them wasn't.
The one that, when they first kind of appeared. It's a really cool concept. Auntie Chris, just this one, everybody lives. Auntie Chris, I was so sad when he left. Yeah. Sad. He did come back for a couple of episodes now later, but I don't think they kind of tried to dumb it down a bit in these episodes, and I was like, Cindy, I have transferred some of my art supplies into my bedroom as I have a guest in my art room. There are supplies everywhere. Just such a disorganized mess. Yeah, that would kind of drive me nuts, though. I'm not saying that I am a super tidy person, because I am not. But I do like my own setup. And I find changes in it hard, which is one of the reasons that I'm probably struggling a lot at the moment, because, everything has changed. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. Are you looking at the coloring book? The Doctor Who one? There's 2 of them, I think, or no, possibly even 3. I'm not sure anymore. Good art in it. Okay, I think it's better now. Like that knee here was bothering me before. It wasn't enough shadow here, but now it's okay. But I want them to be tan, not kind of too dark. So I'm leaving them to be. And maybe give some tiny bit of white here and there just for kind of a extra highlight. Just to get some contrast in. Not overdo it though. Just here and there. Dum 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 dum.
Quotes in the back.
Quotes at the back? Yeah.
Pages, yeah.
Yeah, I really should play in that. So I occasionally enjoy trying to do somewhat lifelike portrait. I found that David Tennant soothed my pain very well. Christina, thanks, Chris. Okay, Mod Poet, yeah. Cindy, Doctor Who was on every afternoon when I was a child, so I'm a firm Tom Baker girl. Yeah, well, see, I wasn't around in kind of this cultural sphere. I was behind the Iron Curtain, all right, when I was a child. So I didn't have a clue. I only really started being more aware or watching with the new Doctor Who. Basically, Christopher Eccleston was my first Doctor Who. I never really watched the old ones. I've seen some clips in it, and it looks delightfully camp. I like that on BritBox you can watch all the episodes of Doctor Who, and for some mysterious reason you can't get BritBox in Ireland.
No, they have a lot of the episodes on Disney Plus, but not for Irish people.
Yeah.
Every country except for Ireland, which feels really passive aggressive.
Yeah.
For a British show.
Yeah.
But
you Irish don't deserve Doctor Who. We'll show you. Being all rebellious.
Yep.
And snide towards us.
Have a little.
Oh, that's really cool. I did not realize that. I'll show it. Okay. I don't know if you've seen it. That's the cover of Doctor... Okay. Oh, I just discovered. I didn't realize that it was there. This is Doctor Who coloring book. Obviously. You can read, people. Okay. Sorry. That was stupid. Double episode with the devil. Oh yeah, that was really good. Yes, when they went to space. They were in the space station, and there was the devil on the ground, remember? Yes, you do know that one. Storm is a big fan of Doctor Who. Storm rocks, okay? Storm is our people. You are so lucky, Chris. You have a good one there. Is there a good Doctor Who coloring book on Amazon? I don't know. We have that one. There's another one which I kind of even think I like a bit better. What? I have Snigger.
Chris is being mean.
Chris is being mean? What did Chris say? Okay, let me see. Sorry, someone mentioned Christopher Eccleston. I was daydreaming for a bit. Because I love David Tennant and I love Catherine Tate, so I should probably watch that season. Probably, yes. Yes, you should. It's amazing. It's so funny. Nessa, my husband lives in County Cork. Okay.
Like Cork.
Cork is cool. Cork is great. With the oud. Oh, yeah, the oud. Yes. Remember the one with the oud? They were on that. Yeah.
There's a lot of oud.
There were several. The oud were in several episodes, yeah. But there was like big devil underground in the basically like sealed off. And they were drilling.
Yeah.
Remember? Is it just me or does Ola have a general standard American accent? She hates when people say that. She gets that a lot. She just has a very kind of a cosmopolitan in a way home because you know my husband doesn't have really strong Irish accent either because he grew up in a home which you know the parents had lived in States for a while. And, you know, their accents had pretty much been kind of phased out almost when they came back to Ireland. So they didn't have very strong accent, which they would have originally had, I presume, because the mother was from Kerry and Barry was from Cork. I'd say he would have had Cork accent because he grew up mostly there, was it? About... You know, they came back, there was no accent really. Because of that, my husband doesn't have strong accent. I obviously do have accent, but not Irish. So she grew up with a very kind of a neutral accent, and people keep saying that she's American. Like, why do people keep saying that? Oh, because I hate being general standard American. It's okay. It's not that. It's not that bad. It's just funny because she gets that a lot. It's like, why? Love the little spaghetti faces. Yes, ooh, it's fantastic. No, Chris, not you. Auntie Chris. Sorry. Chris, you should chill.
I'm not accusing you.
See, that's the okay. I'm going to the bigger, so you can actually see. So this is the coloring book. Art is pretty cool, but paper seems very cool actually. It seems a nice paper, kind of a slightly cream colored. Some pages are better than others. I think like there's other one as well, which I think I like the art better, but it's often not available, so it wasn't available when I was getting that for Orla. That's Christopher Eccleston, Billy Piper, that's, you know, from his Doctor era. Oh, there's so much gold. Oh, the fatty pods. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, see, David Eccleston. Anyways, I never realized, see, you know, that's the Weeping Angels here in the flap. And if you open the back flap, Ola discovered that just now. You get this. Isn't that just so cool? I love it. You know, somebody really thought through the design. It's cool. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the... sorry. Alright, going back to that. Let me... Oh, I went to the more zoomed in version. I need different pencils now, I suspect. Oh, actually, I do have some purples, so I might be able to do those boots. I'll do that to shadows. I use that. See, one of the sharpest pencils in pretty much almost any set, if I've used it for skin, is always kind of a deep purple. purple sauce, it's called here, because I tend to do the skin shadows with deep purples. Sorry, Chris. Sorry, you're obviously
Grand.
She says, okay, you're grand. Only Chris, I thought I was saying like Catherine Tate being mean. No! Gail, oh, that book might find its way to my basket. It's such a cool book. But there is another one which is actually, I think the art is even better in it. It is a neat book. Now, oops. So, how am I going to do the boots? Okay, this seems to be like straps, wasn't it? It's like, if you think that I've taught it all true, you'd be wrong. Okay, I'm going to do the good old put in the darks first. We were just talking about that yesterday, was it, with Emma, that I tend to put in my darks first. And she said that it's, most artists would work kind of opposite. And a lot of them, yeah, well, majority of pencil artists do tend to put in lights first, but not all. I think establishing darks is often the way to go. Okay, so I gave it the shadow here, so I am going to soften that shadow inwards. So there will be a bit of a reflective light here, so it wouldn't be blending into the stonework there. Jana, this... Oh, hi, Jana! This page is looking so good. Thank you. Thank you, Jana. How are you keeping up there? Or holding up, sorry, not keeping up, holding up. So I have some books that I have never colored in. A lot of it is because they kind of, in a way, intimidate me. For example, Witcher. I have a Witcher book, which is really good art once again, but I still haven't colored it. And I keep meaning to. So I genuinely think that it has really good artwork. I am a sucker for a scene or a storied page, as you might have noticed. I prefer them. To just, kind of a one element or ornamental pages. I'm leaving both sides a bit of a reflective light, otherwise these boots will totally, blend into the background. Emma, I've spent an hour coloring in leaves. Oh my, that's a pain. It's like leaves, if there's a lot of them, are a bit like coloring hair. It's just never ending and can get so repetitive. And I can't do very repetitive for too long. I need to then abandon it for a while and do some other element or something, because otherwise I'm just going to end up abandoning the page for longer period. Ora, can you show the oil pastel stuff you did? The portrait? Is it okay? Can you show?
I have a picture of it.
You have a picture of it?
I did it in school.
Oh, you have it in school? You don't have anything at home? Any sketchbooks? Are they all for?
Not really.
Oh, pity, because it was really good. I thought it was really cool. Show me the picture, okay?
Yeah.
Send it to me WhatsApp, because I can then get it on this screen, which I can actually show. This big one here.
Is the one I did on Friday?
Yeah, Yeah, I thought it was really good. Just WhatsApp. I don't think you sent it to me, did you? Oh yeah, I did now anyway. This is what Ola did. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think so.
I really love when she does like oil pastels are really her thing, I think. She gets along so well with them. I really love what she did here. Just so awesome. I love when in the shading with color style. It's so cool. There you go. When I grow up, I'm gonna be my daughter.
Oh,
Okay, and I'm saying well, I missed now. It's they're like Viking version of Mila Jovovich Strappy Boots in The Fifth Element. Also, I go darks first more often than not. Yeah. I only really like Christopher Eccleston is missed Doctor Who. Please don't shoot me. But that's fine. You are absolutely have a right to like whatever Doctor Who version you fancy. You do dark to light, Chris, as well. Oh, cool. Cindy, yeah. Cindy, you make up a story in your head. Yes, exactly. I tend to do a bit of the same. Not for every single one, because sometimes they are just kind of like chilling pages that I don't really put much story into. I just relax with color or texture. That can also be a thing. Very simple books. I do occasionally these. But more often than not, yes, I do tend to create at least some sort of a semblance of a story in my head. Yeah, no, I think I will do a double page in the new Hannah books. Has a stone wall. Oh, I know that one. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? I saw that and was like, oh, I want to do that, but it would take me a bloody weeks to finish that. I am not fast, especially in Hannah's books. In some books, I am, I can do doubles at reasonable pace. Even in this one, I'm just mostly slowed down because it's been, this month has been what it has been, okay? But I would actually be a little bit faster, I think, here on normal month. But Hannah's books, just every single image takes me so long. I don't know what it is. See, you got loads of compliments. I think it's really cool as well.
thank you.
This is no shooting from me, Emma. I love Christopher Eccleston's Doctor. I think David Tennant is great, but he was not my favorite. See, everybody, it's good that we all have different tastes. Otherwise, we might just all fight over David Tennant, and this way you can keep Christopher Eccleston, and we have David Tennant for ourselves. I did like Matt Smith though as well. I think he's a bit underrated. He was kind of this kind of a more puppyish version of Doctor. I liked how he played the Doctor as this more enthusiastic and almost like kind of a childlike, but at the same time, when he got pissed off big time and, kind of went all out. So he could be extremes. I thought it was kind of a cool character development. Hi, Jackie, you're back. Eating scrambled eggs on toast for brunch. Nice. Eye makeup. I hope you get a good ad revenue from your live streams. I get ads every few minutes. I'm hoping it. I don't. I don't know why YouTube puts them in so often. I'm definitely not getting rich. As sad as it is. It's gotten pretty, even worse than it was. At the moment, the views are down on the channel to start with, so, there's not much revenue there at all. Sure. If I did it for money, then it would be a very different channel, I suspect.
Rubber.
Rubber?
Yeah.
Loads. They would be in these drawers somewhere. Just loads of them. Actually, I do have some in this little white drawer as well, if you want to pull it out. Like that one, the white drawer there. There's definitely rubbers there. Several different ones if you want to pick one you want. There's also rubbers there. Look, loads of them. Take that out, the white thing.
This one?
Yeah, because that's kind of useless. Sorry, she's looking for eraser. Sorry, rubber. Chris is asking, Auntie Chris is asking, is that painting from reference, life, or imagination?
Reference.
Reference.
I'm doing a project on Windows. It's very exciting.
There's a very exciting project on Windows, okay?
I spent ages looking on Pinterest for reference, and then I googled stock images, and the first one that came up, I was like, oh, that's good.
Lucky you. So was it on Pinterest then, or just kind of Google search?
I spent so long on Pinterest and I couldn't find anything, and then
first result in Google.
Person sitting next to window on Google, and I was like one of the first things that came up.
I think Derwent drawing pencils would be perfect for it. Yeah, it might be actually. Because they have so many in the natural muted tones, they would really go well into that crusty, worn down castle environment. It's totally okay to do burgundy Viking boots, isn't it? Like, that's perfectly normal. Yeah, it's sad how fast these pencils go. Oh, well. 9th, 10th, and 11th were my favorite Doctors. I'm a bigger weirdo. Jana, I'm a bigger weirdo as I have never seen an episode of Doctor Who. I think it's kind of normal, especially if you live where you live, like. It's more of a UK thing to start with, let's be honest. So it's quite, most of the time it's kind of rare to find people outside UK who are aware of it. I think it's fun. Then again, I'm kind of naturally into sci-fi and fantasy. I like the concept that he is not fighting with, most of the time anyway, never really, he never has any weapons, except his sonic screwdriver. that he solves problems differently. But I kind of also like the concept of an entity that is very, very old and still has zest for life and unexplainable but deep affection for humanity. Kirsten, I gave you a lot of views and likes in the past 24 hours. Love your supply videos. So awesome to see your opinions of all the different brands you have worked with. Oh, thank you, Kirsten. Very much appreciated. Stella, I hear that if you don't set the number and frequency of ads, YouTube does whatever it wants. I have premium, so thankfully no ads. Okay. Matt Smith was the only good thing about Morbius. Oh. You moved on to Henry Cavill. Bella Stella, good choice. Love me some Henry. He is also, like, why I like him is because he's clearly, well, at least from my perception, he's a cute nerd, you know, pretty nerd, who plays his Warhammer. I think it was Warhammer he was playing. He was doing the kind of a model painting and such, and puts together a PC. And it's just, oh, that's just what I needed. I like him a lot. Jackie, I never watched Doctor Who either. Yeah, totally understandable. Probably not many people in Australia do know. It's your page. You can make it hot pink if you want. Very well done. I would watch you doing oil pastel drawings if you ever decide to sneak on your mom's camera. See? You have to do oil pastels on the camera in one of the lives. She is cool. I like oil pastels as well, but we do work differently. I haven't definitely mastered, you know, that kind of a pure shading with color vibes. I'm working in more, I don't know, realistic style, I guess. But I do enjoy oil pastels. They are a cool medium. Now I need something. I think I'm taking them into a bit more reddish. So I'm taking that, which is called golden brown, but it's essentially like really reddish brown. So I'm putting a bit that in to warm them up a little bit in here and there. Burgundy boots are what the fashionable Vikings are wearing. He's lush, Bella. Ooh, yeah, that's the United Arab Emirates. I grew up with mostly both English and American TV, Doctor Who and Star Trek. See, Daleks are my childhood nightmare. It is actually, they are hilarious though if you think about them. At least, you know, the fear of them makes now more sense than when they kind of had them flying. But before, it was basically a really, really scary villain that couldn't get up or down stairs. I thought it was just hilarious. In a way, the Cybermen, I think, were even scarier. Because they had that assimilating thing, you know? Yeah, I think, see, that color gives it a bit more warmth. So I left the kind of a shadow is fairly cool, and now I'm bringing that slightly warmer brownish red into it. Chris, I tried to watch the lady Doctor Who, but I ended up not liking her at all. I don't think the writers knew what the hell they were doing with her. But that's yeah, I kind of didn't watch her either much. And I was so happy. I was so excited when they brought in the first female Doctor Who. Was like, about time, you know? It was so cool because there was no reason why Doctor Who, which, you know, basically well, it could be anything, you know, it's not limited by gender or age or, you know, or least of all, race. And they finally brought in female one. And then I wasn't really particularly taken with that season. Because the writing was off to me as well.
Some of the episodes I've liked, but you have to kind of skip between them.
Yeah, you kind of have to skip the episodes there. Yeah, I wasn't. That was one of the seasons where I kind of almost fell off the wagon with Doctor Who. I never really, and then I didn't like the next one that much either, and most not because of the actor that much, because that was now the Black Doctor that came after the female one. Yeah, and. Like not about that at all, but the writing just once again, like I think got even worse. It's kind of got a bit juvenile.
Yeah.
You know, almost like they changed their target group suddenly. You know, like strictly teenagers.
No, it was when they got the new funding and it became very American.
Mm-hmm. And it kind of ruined a bit.
Like clean, almost.
Yeah, kind of a squeaky clean. Yeah, and no problematic stuff, you know, kind of very. I'm a huge sci-fi and fantasy fan. I've been in fandom for a long time. It started with books, but when I found X-Files fandom after I got my first home PC, okay, I found my new favorite thing. Oh, I actually watched X-Files when they were, well, they went really on the, you know, in any of the Estonian channels, but, you know, back then the, you know, Iron Curtain wasn't quite open properly yet, but I by then had access to some channels that I could see it on, so I did watch X-Files, at least some of them, when it was actually coming out. See, I think it became, see how much richer it became now? When I put some of that brownish red in. What is it called? Yeah, once again, golden brown. It's not golden brown. Can I, not that one. Where's my, oh, you're using that one, that notebook. That's fine. I have plenty of notebooks I can grab. I'm going to give it back to you, okay? I'm going to show you actually the pure color. This is one of those notebooks. I've almost tipped some smoothie. See? That is very deep, dark red, really. The brownish red. I think the equivalent in Prismas would be something like black cherry, maybe. Definitely not golden brown, whatever they call it. You can take that one, baby. Look, give me that back. That has the list of, yeah. Thank you. I used to use women's magazines and hairstyle magazines for portrait drawing practice back in the day. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Amy, yeah, he does Warhammer and he's played World of Warcraft. Yes, a hot geek. I know. I really like him. He would be kind of, you know, and he is genuinely pretty. Like, kind of traditionally kind of pretty. I can see why a lot of people are drooling over him. He also seems to be, then again, you know, you never really know what the actors are going to be in real life because, you know, there's a certain image and they are good at presenting that certain image. But from, you know, what I've seen, he seems like a genuinely somebody who is nice, who you would actually, if he happened to sit at your table in the pub, you would have a good conversation with him. I kind of tend to evaluate people that way, that, would I actually enjoy his company if I happened to just sit next to him? Would we have a good chat? I don't really care about the celebrity bit too much at all. Or you, my mommy gas mask gave me nightmares. But that was really scary though.
I reference that way too much.
My mommy, you do that to me. She does that to me. Are you my mommy? Chris, I grew up with Lost in Space and the Monster. What is Monsters? I don't know what Monsters are. MUN Monsters. Will you check it out? I don't know what that are, but I have heard of Lost in Space. I think they did new one now, didn't they?
Actually, that's big.
I think it's in Netflix. On Netflix, not in Netflix. No, I've been huge Star Trek fan since the beginning. Star Trek is
fantastic.
Oh, that looks fun. The monsters.
I think I've seen it.
It looks fun.
Before, I think.
That looks genuinely fun. The monsters. I've never seen it, but it looks fun. From the photo Orla showed me, anyway.
I've never seen Star Trek.
Yeah, that's like my never-ending shame. She does love Buffy, so I have done some of my job.
And I've never read, or I haven't watched since I was a kid, Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
I don't know. I still can't get over it, and I doubt my parentage. How does my daughter not? How is she not into Lord of the Rings? I do not know. What has happened? Where have I gone wrong?
I'll get around to it eventually. Soon.
Like soon, maybe. You tried before. We tried several times with you, and you just couldn't. I think I tried with Hobbit, and you just no.
I was pretty young.
Because I started with Hobbit,
and we watched
which is where you should start, because it's basically kind of a prequel.
But I don't think I've ever read it.
I know. I tried to get you to read, and you was like, started, and was like, it's boring. It's like, it's not boring. There's so many adventures. It's not boring. Okay, Emma, Daleks aren't scary, just walk up some stairs. Exactly. My art teacher used to make me pose for the older students to draw. Ugh. Posing isn't fun. Tell that to my younger self. I used to hide behind the sofa when my parents would watch it. Oh my gosh. Fringe and Eureka are my two favorites in that genre. Mr. Robot too, but I don't know the genre it falls in. Fringe I haven't really watched, but I did like Eureka. Warehouse 13 was great, and I've been looking for Warehouse 13. I want to kind of rewatch some episodes to kind of remind myself that, would I still like it? I really liked Warehouse 13. It was such a fun concept. And I can't find it anywhere. Does anybody know where you can actually watch it nowadays? Because it's annoying me. It doesn't seem to be on any of the platforms. Don't Blink. Oh, the Weeping Angels are so scary.
I love the angels.
Angels are the best.
I was terrified as a kid.
Yeah, you were terrified, but you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was that and that kids show, The Number Takers.
Oh, The Number Takers. Yeah, the white
guy with the big white top hat. He had like the same vibe as Weeping Angel. So I kind of think of them as the same thing.
Who is a gentleman? I wasn't a fan of X-Files, but I loved Fringe. Not many people here have heard it, though. It had a strong female lead. I have to check out the Fringe. Bella Stella, okay, but Walter was the best character in Fringe. Huh. I have not seen the Fringe, yeah. Chris, yes, the new Lost in Space on Netflix is awesome. I really like the actor. What's his name again? Toby was playing the father. He played Mr. Rochester in Jane Eyre as well, the TV series. Another shame of mine, my daughter has not read Jane Eyre. I don't know. I have done so many things in life wrong. Yes, because I got it for you. Have you read it? No.
No, I'm reading the other one right now.
Which one?
Yeah, Mary.
Oh, Hey Mary, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm putting a bit of a tiny bit of a shine into his boots. Not a lot, but a bit of a white to brighten some areas. They are very fashionable boots, aren't they? Alistair, Lord of the Rings, favorite of all time. Yeah, well, that's pretty much the father of modern fantasy. A lot of authors pretty much, took most of the tropes from there and applied them to their series. Like Robert Jordan, as he is, wouldn't exist if there was no, at least in the same format or the same form, if Lord of the Rings wasn't there. Sorry, that was loud. Slurpy, slurpy, slurp, slurp. That spider scene in Hobbit Nightmares, yeah, that was scary. That was really scary. The monsters are funny. See, I never seen monsters. I didn't even know what they were before Ola showed me the photo. Addams Family. I do like Addams Family, though. That was a TV series as well.
It's been many things. Yeah.
I did love Addams Family a lot. I'm going to put a little bit of a black here and there to give extra depth to them boots. I can't handle Tolkien either. High fantasy is not my thing. I'm more an urban fantasy fan in books. Yeah, lately I've been pretty much the same. I think I kind of overdid it in my 20s and teens and possibly early 30s with the high fantasy. They eventually get a bit samey, if you read a lot of them. So I am now more into urban fantasy as well. And there's, so many flavors of urban fantasy also. And not all of them appeal to me, but quite a lot. It reminds me, I have Ilona Andrews' new book lined up. I need to get to listening to it. I actually got myself an audiobook. My grandpa, Warehouse 13 might be on Amazon Prime somewhere else, but it's not on Amazon Prime in Ireland. Pretty sure. Well, I'll, at least if nothing has changed, because I have looked for it. Okay, Warehouse. Sorry, I have my phone on the screen. What is going on here? Nope, not here. And the Amazon Prime is too clever for VPN as well, so I can't get around. Like with Netflix, I can, if it's on different countries, Netflix, I can VPN myself into that country, but Amazon Prime knows who I am and where I am, and I can't deceive them. Jackie, Gillian's Islands, always watch that. I have never seen an episode of that. You like Wheel of Time? Yeah, Wheel of Time, yeah. Although I have, several issues, not everything about it, but... And I read it very, very long time ago. That's the thing about it. I did try to watch the series, the Amazon Prime series as well, and thought, I get annoyed if things are changed or whatever, but I had read it so long ago that I didn't really remember. Kind of like, if something was changed, it doesn't really bother me hugely. Because I had read it so long ago. But I remember liking it. As I said, I haven't really been reading high fantasy now for a while. Just a bit of a extra depth. This is what I'm using at the moment is Polychromos black, which is transparent black and can be successfully used on top of, well, not every, but most colors to just deepen and darken them. So don't be afraid of black. Or any darks, really. Dark is good. Depth is good. I wanted to move in with the monsters. I had regular date with a friend to watch Andy Griffith reruns every weekday during college. Such a comfort show. See, I'm not a clue. I don't have these shows at all in my background. Just kind of sad. These days, I'm so bored with TV that I watch the Golden Girls. I don't watch really TV much. I occasionally watch some... like the quiz shows. Those are the only ones that I occasionally do watch with my hobby. Or Taskmaster I watch occasionally, which is now, it's like traditional TV, but I watch that on Netflix mostly. I prefer to watch things on kind of like a streaming platform when I'm not dependent on what time it is on or anything like this. We do watch The House of Games occasionally, when I feel like it. I don't sometimes just, want to watch TV at all. I prefer to read a book or, kind of watch something on YouTube or whatever. And there's also, what was it? Pointless. It's basically a quiz show as well that I really like the format of. So we occasionally watch that one as well. But my hobby pretty much watches them every night because they're pretty much a daily thing. It's his kind of an evening routine. He watches them before or, kind of during the dinner. He watches these shows. Addams Family was on at the same time as The Monsters. They were vital shows. Emma, I love Jane Eyre. The house that was the inspiration for one of the houses in that book isn't far from where I live. In Whitecollar Village? I didn't even know that there were houses that were inspiration for this. Okay, I probably haven't researched that book as much as I should have then. I didn't know that there were specific inspirations for the houses. Was it Thornfield or... And the Bronte sisters also, you have the Moors there. The Bronte sisters live just over the hills from me. After I read Wheel of Time, I had to take a break from reading for a long while. Yeah, it's long and it's wordy. I have, I kind of stopped liking the main character at some stage. Fair bit. And I also had the issue of the very kind of a male approach of, main character. It's totally okay if he has several female partners, which is like, yeah, I'm so over it. Because it's almost never okay for women in men's books. The cheeks, the Golden Girls. Yeah, Golden Girls are fun. The Bella Stella, yes, Amazon Prime is too smart for VPN. Bummer. It really is. Too much braid tugging. Amy should go to bed. Clocks are going to go forward in 15 minutes and then it'll be 2 a.m. Oh no.
Okay.
They think that they are. I didn't know that. I'm clueless as usual. Do a search.
Time for it, actually.
It would be time for it. But it would make more sense if it was over the Easter weekend, no, or some sort of a... Usually they put it when there's a bank holiday or, you know, something like this.
The last Sunday of March. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is basically tomorrow, or today, actually.
Time travel.
Time travel!
Just like Doctor Who.
Exactly, just like Doctor Who. We have our own personal little TARDIS here. TV, I mean streaming services, okay. The monsters are on Paramount, at least here in the States. I should check it out. I don't have Paramount, but I do have kind of a platform which is essentially tied to Paramount. Because the Go tree is essentially Paramount.
Yeah, I couldn't find it there though.
It wasn't there? Okay. So it's probably not just available in, you know, in the country here. Experiments to early episodes of Taskmaster were the best. Taskmaster is very much kind of, it depends on the season. It's not just the early episodes. Some seasons in the middle are absolutely brilliant as well. Taskmaster.
A couple of years back when we watched the one with
Hmm?
The one we watched a couple of years back. What was it? Last summer.
Which one?
We were watching it like as it came out.
Yeah. Oh, oh my gosh. No, I have a brain. Look at our pop horrible histories and then we both go, oh darn. It was season of last year, was it?
There's like multiple seasons a year, but I think it was during the summer.
Yeah. You look up his name because I'm suddenly don't remember him. I know his name.
Season 19. Wait.
The only time I watch actual TV is when Big Brother is on. I don't like Big Brother. I love Pointless, but I only see it on YouTube. Pointless is fantastic. And also House of Games. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's really fun.
Matthew Baton.
Matthew Baton! The season where Matthew Baton was in Taskmaster was also great. There's several seasons kind of in between. It really depends on, you know, who is on the team. And some seasons are stronger than others because, you know, just, you know, some people are funnier than others.
They announced the cast for the new season, but I didn't check it.
I haven't checked it either. Big Brother feeds addicts. Jackie, our clocks are changing next weekend, I think. Yeah, I would have thought it would have made more sense next weekend as well, because there's the Easter, people have long weekend, people have more time to get used to. But I think Easter is late, or later than usual this year, because often it would be, wouldn't it? Kind of like last weekend of March. So... Our time change happened at the beginning of the month. Really? Oh yeah, Would I Lie to You is fantastic. It's hilarious. And I've got news for you. I liked a little bit less, but it's also very funny. I like kind of like panel shows. It depends, you know, if it has a good host, it's fun. Oh, and QI. Who loves QI? Oh, I really like QI. Okay, so I think I'm leaving him alone, mostly. Does he look like he's okay? Well, actually, I need to do these things. I'm going to be very, very quick about them. I don't want to depend. Okay, so I'm going to give them a bit of a... What color is this? Cashew again. So it's a color I already used. So I'm putting a little bit of a shadow here underneath, softening it up. And I think I'm going to bring in some orange into these as well. I'm going to give them all a bit of a shine. Oh, sorry. That was not nice. Home and Away. I used to love watching it. This is really funny actually, because when the first kind of like Iron Curtain fell, okay, now imagine Soviet Union. We didn't have soaps. There was no such thing. They didn't really have them at all, of any sort. And for some reason, the first soaps that came to Estonian television were Australian soaps. And then Australian and Mexican together, essentially. So like those kind of really big opposites, like really passionate and absolutely bonkers, you know, Latin American soaps. And then Neighbours and Home and Away both.
It was on in the background a lot, none as well.
Yeah, because they were watching pretty much every soap. They were discriminating against one soap. It was Emmerdale's, and I was genuinely worried and gave out about that one. It's like, how can you? If you're watching every other soap, why are you ignoring Emmerdale's?
I know.
It is not nice.
I don't know the plots of any of them, but I know all the theme songs.
Yeah, because they were just constantly on.
I think Amy's leaving.
Is Amy leaving? Oh boy, Amy! Thank you for joining us. It was great. Have a good sleep. I know it's late. Art Attack. Yeah, we didn't have that. Love IQ. I knew we were kindred spirits. IQ is sorry, not IQ. QI. QI is fantastic. QI is like 100% that, you know, I wish every TV show was like this. So good. And it's funny and informative and everything, you know, that you can learn and you can laugh. And there's, you know, really cool personalities and banter. This is everything. Shading on the plants and muscles is extra nice. Thank you. Oh yes, Stephen Fry. Yeah, it was especially lovely. Stephen Fry was just perfect for it. House of Games is good. Do you know now that they are going to, next season is going to be Michael Sheen, who is going to be presenting House of Games, which I'm kind of curious about. That could be really good. Although I'm so sorry that Richard is going to be leaving. 8 out of 10 cats, but I can't watch it anymore because Jimmy Carr. Okay, yeah, Jimmy Carr can be. I never liked his. I think he's funny. It is genuinely very funny, but I've always had some issues with him and his brand of humor. He tends to be mean, and he tends to be mean to people who are closest to him in his skits. Like, I wouldn't want to be his girlfriend or his parent or anybody close to him, because he tends to be really shitty to them in his jokes. And it's like, I don't think good humor is just, you know, taking down people. That's the easiest and lowest form of humor for me. Okay, so did I watch the Russian version? It was not Russian version of Hobbit, Emma. It was Russian version, well, little clips of Russian version of Lord of the Rings, actually.
Wow.
And it was, I have to send you, well, you wouldn't understand because you don't know the book, but it was absolutely hilarious. It was just some sort of a, you know, like super cheap, you know, let's say it really, like, let's say Marvel the final movie, you know, like really,
Yeah.
like if somebody tried to do that with an iPhone at somebody's kind of a like community center with a budget of 50 quid
Yeah.
and loads of, I don't know, like cardboard and rags from the secondhand shop. That's pretty much what it was. It was really funny. Bella Stella. Oh, South American soaps, we used to have them. Yes, they were dubbed. They were so funny. But dubbed by one person, so it was just one person who was reading all the voices, which made it even more.
They're always really monotone too.
Yeah, as in monotone, and you know, all the dialogue was like super passionate, and everybody was constantly running away and hitting each other and slapping and losing their babies and you know, like random attacks and extreme evilness. And then there was this guy who was reading all the dialogue like this. It's like, oh God.
You had a baby with my sister?
Emma, I watch Hollyoaks because it's utterly stupid. The Wizard of Oz connection makes me laugh. Days of Our Lives was my favorite. Yeah, I've never seen that. I don't have anything to add to TV conversation. I grew up watching Days. Okay. The Bold. I have seen some Bold of the Beautiful. That was the one with the fashion house, yes? They were like this big fashion house. And I vaguely remember somebody being called Brooke. When I was working in one of my workplaces, my boss was a huge fan of that, or she was just, you know, she was watching that. So she would always have it on. So I didn't really watch it, but I do remember some of the characters. My mom was hooked to All My Children. Golden Girls is fantastic. I will admit, I still watch that because it has me stitches every damn time. Auntie Chris, I've been going through my books to see which ones have whips. So far, I have 32 whips across only 10 books. So if you're wondering what kind of person I am, now you know. Well, we're pretty much the same person then. Hi! Okay, so I need orange. Orange. I know I have orange. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. I don't want anything in the page or this picture to be particularly shiny or very bright. At least, you know, definitely on this side, because it's supposed to be kind of dark here. He's sheltering from the flames, but there should be some kind of a... Maybe I should make this bit here darker, so he's... Yeah, I should actually. I'm going to maybe give him a bit of a... I'm taking now the black and giving him a bit of a more shadow here on this side. I'm creating some extra texture in the stones and giving him more like shadow on his side, so he's never... The yellow highlights will kind of pop a bit more. Okay, so Nessa, have you read Project Hail Mary? I have read multiple times. It's so good. I haven't seen the movie. I read it once. I liked it very much. I thought it was fun. But not multiple times though, but I have read it once. I really enjoyed it. I have heard that the movie is good, so I do want to see it. I wonder if it's a Prime. It's Amazon movie, isn't it?
I actually don't.
I'm pretty sure it's actually kind of produced partly by Prime. So I presume that after it's done, the run in the cinemas is going to be on the Prime. So I don't know if I'm going to get to the cinema to see it or not. I would kind of like to, but if not, it's fine. It's going to be on the Prime anyway. And the movie that we do want to go to see soon, myself and Ola, we are both huge fans of Ready or Not.
2 of my friends have seen it so far, and they both say they prefer the second one.
Really?
Yeah, and they both, like, neither of them really even talk to each other about this. They were
But
like,
have they seen the first one? Yes. Okay. So maybe it's really good then.
mm-hmm.
And we want to, and now the sequel is out in the cinemas. We just think it's one of the best kind of a dark comedies. Well, technically it's a horror movie, you know, the Ready or Not, but it just kind of plays out to me anyway, and to Orla as well, as really dark comedy, which we both like. We like that genre, kind of a dark comedy. So. Okay, Doug and Julie and Baby Hope are in the first day storyline. Okay, all right, I don't know anything about that. There's a Russian version of The Hobbit too, I think. Okay, but that wasn't it. That was Lord of the Rings. I found it. Okay, send it to me then. Well, just remember Erica and her 50 million relationships. Okay. Chris, I am old. I actually watched Luke and Laura on General Hospital. I've heard of this, but I've never seen it. Jackie, my husband watches the old westerns every night. He can quote every Gunsmoke episode. I don't like westerns. Western is not my thing. Bella Stella, yeah, The Bold and the Beautiful is the one with the fashion house. Now that I'm older, I know every character on that show had questionable morals. Well, duh. Chris, Jackie, my favorite was The Big Valley with Barbara Sandwick because she was my favorite actress. Oh. I like The Glow. Oh, good. Thank you. Chris, I love the movie Project Hail Mary. I have not read the book yet. Oh, yeah, I think I saw on Insta that you went to see it, so you liked it. Does anyone still love Gone with the Wind? I never really fell hugely in love with it, to be honest. But from the first moment I saw it, I did not like the main character. So it was hard for me to, like, you know, really adore it. So yeah, now that I put the black pencil here, I think that highlight is playing a bit better. I think I might put a tiny bit more here as well. Just get rid of the outline, because if I put black here, I don't need to cover the lines. That's how lazy I am. And I'm just putting black in some tiny areas to kind of emphasize the shadows. Okay. Is anyone going to watch the Melania documentary? No. My time is way too valuable for that. I just can't be bothered.
Oh, that's Trump, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Trump thing. Nah. I'd rather watch something I enjoy than get pissed off about Melania. It's just, you know, why? She's nobody, really. So is Trump. I'm sorry. I shouldn't really. I'm not too interested in Melania, to be honest. Yeah, like, who is she? Like, what has she done? Why is she in any way important?
The Freedom Riders. I've been meaning to watch
Freedom
it.
Riders? What? I've seen Freedom Riders more than once. What is that?
The movie.
How do I not know about that one?
It's one of my friend's favorite movies. She loves it. She's watched it like multiple times, and it's on my watch list.
I don't know that one.
It's meant to be really good.
Okay.
Like a high school classroom.
Gone in the Wind was one of your mother's favorite books, Bella Stella. I will always have a place in my heart. Yes, that in that case, totally understandable. Auntie Chris, we need to give this guy a name, a good, sturdy, ass-kicking, pre-Christian, Germanic or Slavic name, like Gunnar or Vladimir. Slavic name? Slavic would actually work, I think. Sven, no. Sven or Kirill, maybe. Bella, I need to find my copy of Gone with the Wind. Okay, my mom's copy of Gone with the Wind is the book of hers. Oh, it's the book of hers I saved after she died. She was a huge fan. Oh. Has anyone seen the new Wuthering Heights yet? Nope, and I won't. Firstly, I don't like the book to start with. I don't like, from everything that I've heard and seen from the trailers and clips, they have made that once again into a freaking romantic story that even if I did like the book, it is not a romantic story. Not in any shape or form, and it always, kind of annoys and pisses me off that they kind of make it out to be one. It's not. I will not support Trumps in any shape or form. Exactly. Bella, I saw one of the outfits for Wuthering Heights and went, that's ridiculous. Nope. Kirsten, I'm watching The Pit, Life in the ER. It's a very good show. I learned, okay. Tall girl as a first lady, yeah. I'm not bothered. I don't want to watch it. It's just going to depress me, to be honest. It's like, no. I'd watch, there's so many good shows that I actually kind of, I just haven't had time or energy to get to, and that I would rather watch than, documentary about Melanie. Kevin, call him Kevin. He reminds me Viggo. Viggo Mortensen. Yes, a little bit. It's very Lord of the Ringish image to start with. It's not dark enough here. His mouth. I'm actually struggling to go dark enough on this paper. Might be the pencils I chose. I think this paper, I was having more luck and it was easier to work with a bit softer pencils in the background. And these ones are not the softest pencils, and I don't think this paper likes them very much. So definitely I think softer pencil are a better choice on this paper. Not maybe, kind of a super soft ones, but still on the softer side. Okay, now I think we need to, do I need anything else? Oh yeah, I wanted to put a bit of white into these shiny. And I would like to kind of darken a little bit here, that bit in the pants, because that black line here kind of doesn't sit well with me. So I'm making like this. Okie doke. I'm going to now start figuring out the dragon and the flames.
Artistic play.
Oh, Kirsten, thank you very much for joining. Oh, that's great. I hope you're going to enjoy yourself. And hope you're going to join us again, maybe sometimes during our live. We had good times. Good times, sorry, not good times. We're hard.
We had a good run.
We had a good run. Annika, how can you not like the book? Yeah, it's totally amazing to see how fast. Oh, the ER people or the hospital. Okay, yeah. I now have that clip of Channing Tatum saying, "My name is Chef," in my head. I can see Vigo resemblance. Yes, I think a little bit. Yeah, I will eventually probably give it a little bit of a gel pen work here and there as well. It's like really tiny bits. I don't really think that I can do these ties very well with pencil, for example. So I probably put some gel pen in there and so on. So, but at the moment, I am going to move on to the other side. There was no love in that book. Exactly. Jackie, I'm off daydreaming about Viggo Mortensen. There's no point. That's the point, Chris. It's about how destructive love can be. Yeah, there's no love. No, there's obsession and possessiveness and deep, deep trauma. But I don't think there's love there. And definitely no romance or, romantic. Like, no. Okay. It looks amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it'll be okay. Now, this one is going to be even more of a challenge, but once I really, really hope that maybe I can. This is probably going to be the only page I'm going to finish this month, if I can get through it.
Oh yeah, the clock's different.
Did it change? Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah, it jumped. I can see it now. Yeah, it did jump. Auntie Chris, all the Bronte sisters can suck rocks. I had too much of them when I was doing my undergrad. I was assigned Jane Eyre 3 times. Oh my gosh. That's painful. Willows is still awake. Go to sleep, Willow. Sleep. Why don't you sleep? You have to shake. We did that in the uni. You go to somebody and shake them really heavily on the bed and go, sleep. Why don't you sleep? Always works like a charm. Sorry. Celeste, your work always amazes in this point. Thank you. Chris Sonica Caringo was amazing. He looks awesome. I think his name should be Nathaniel. See, you can call him Nathaniel. He does look pretty, masculine. Let's put it that way. I didn't want him to be pretty. I wanted him to be, kind of just as rough as actual warrior would be, probably. Okay, I had this pencil here. This is from the Harmonious set, Castle Arts. I used these in combination of black Prismacolor with On the Rocks. And I want to kind of smooth things over here. It's slightly too textured in bits here. If there's flames or soft, strong kind of contrasts, or kind of, if you want to display flame somewhere, it's always better if there's darker background, so you get a better effect. Okay, he's pretty hot. Looks like Keith to me. Keith. Oh, that's not a good name. I don't like name Keith. I don't know why even. There's no absolutely no reason for me to mildly dislike name Keith, but I do. I don't know. Maybe it associates with some sort of a character from TV or something for me, because sometimes that can happen, that the name stays in your subconsciousness. I don't like name Keith. Okay, so I think that's going to be fine. Should I pull? What?
Barry then? Question mark.
Barry? Barry is my father-in-law's name. He's passed on, but no, he does not look like Barry. He was lovely though. He was truly fantastic. So, but even in his best years, he was not like that. He was awesome. Really liked him. But he was still around. Okay, yeah, the white pencil here on top of the rocks kind of helps slightly. Just give them a little bit of distinction. Yeah. I think this side is mostly finished except those couple of flames, but I think I'm doing the flames in one go so they would kind of flow over more naturally, because I haven't yet really figured out exactly how I'm going to establish the flames. But we'll see. Ronan, the new Conan. Okay, let's take Ronan then. Keith was the name of one of my mom's gross boyfriends. Oh! Yeah, actually, that name does sound like, somebody slightly slimy. No? Isn't it?
I've met people called Keith.
Have you?
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't seem to be like a name that is kind of active nowadays at all.
Not a good association.
Okay, well, see? I don't know any Keiths, but at least in real life. Okay, let's not get that one mixed up with skin ones. I'm putting the skin set away now. Yeah, they're good pencils, these ones. And they're really, really cheap, so absolutely recommend it, if you are looking for budget skin. And it's not just for skin though, because I've used it a lot for stuff like anything that is earth colored, browns from tree trunks. Not that much rocks though, because there's not too many grays here. Yeah, it's a good set. My ragdoll cat is called Barry. Well, we can do Barry or Ronan. Ronan is good. I still like Vigo. We can do Vigo because then, it's like Lord of the Rings, but not quite. He never fought a dragon, though, did he? Oh, he did. He did. The lake town. Yes. Well, in the movie. Let's put it that way. No, he wasn't in the movie there either. What?
Yeah, I see it.
You can see it? You're looking at the photo. Ola's looking at the photo on her phone and on the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Practically twins.
Twins. Keith Partridge from the Partridge family is the only Keith I know of, says Chris. Oh, hi, Axie. Oh, sorry. Hi, Hadassah. Hi. The Keith I knew was absolutely slimy. Yeah, no Keith. Okay, Keith is out. It's not going to be Keith. Let's pick another name. Okay. Is it covered by the chat now? Because I don't actually have the thing in front of me now, so I can't tell if it's covered by chat or not.
Willow Gorillas is back.
Hello, gorillas. Is the chat something wrong with the chat? Is it not on the screen now?
I shared something.
If I go there now. It was in the screen at first and then it disappeared. What happened? Is it on now? I don't know what's going on. Sorry. It should on by the settings, but for some reason it isn't. That's really weird. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Suddenly it stopped working for me. Lake Town was in the Hobbit, yes, and it's not. Vigo was definitely not there. I got myself somewhat confused. In the kind of a movie version of Lord of the Rings, they had, I think, scenes in the Lake Town as well, but not with the dragon, from what I remember. Mom, leave me alone. I don't want to sleep. Emma, I got since 120 set of brute funnels, the brilliant pens especially for the price. Yes, they are. It's interesting how some people ruin names for us. I'm sorry you knew Slimy Keith. I think of Keith from Survivor and the Tuk Tuk Ride. Hello, gremlins. I told you he looked like Vigo, said Sir Jackie. That's I love that curious mind. Chris, the dragon is covered by a chap, but not him. Okay. So, is the chat there or is it not? No. I don't know what's going on, because it was there and then it just obviously disappeared at some stage. Oh, technology. I can see the whole spread. Okay, that looks good. All right. Good work, Annika. I love the fire. Yeah, I need to actually color the fire because, at the moment there's only watercolor base here and it needs to be sorted out, but I don't think I'm going to do it tonight because as it happens, the clock just jumped and it's 2:30 in the morning. So I should probably finish up soon if there's any hope of me getting up tomorrow at all. I think of Keys from the Prodigy. Okay, yeah, okay. Now that piece I do remember. Okay, so the pencils that I'm probably going to use somewhat here in the darker areas. I think this is going to be actual. Which bits are fire and which bits are not? I'm kind of confused. So this bit here is going to be darker. And these bits are going to be, if I'm taking, this is Castle Art Harmonious pencils. I also need to take out eventually something really bright because I need, really strong oranges, reds, and something reasonably soft so I can do force blends here in the dragon. But I'm doing the kind of darker areas and grayer areas here with the, I think I might try Castle Art pencils. Monte-Crisp isn't. It's in the whole spread. So I don't know how this is going to lay down here. Not great, let's be honest. I did use them to kind of blend out Prismacolor Black here, which worked fine for me. But on their own, they, once again, you know, these would be on more harder side pencils. And I can't say that they particularly love this paper. Yeah, I'm looking for different pencils. I'm going to put these ones away. But yeah, I'm going to start now wrapping it up because suddenly it's way later than I thought it would be. We unfortunately had our stream in the middle of the time change. Okay, I have used these two pencils as well there. So this is fine green. So it's somewhere in the greens here. And come on. These ones want quite a bit of, to me anyway, they like texture in the paper. They want to be good tooth, to look good, to look well. They are on the slightly harder, kind of waxy kind of a, yeah, waxy. Yeah, they are waxy, but harder. Isn't the fire everything orange that isn't dragon? No, I don't think so because, well, yes and no. There's kind of overall heat, which is, I think I'm going to, you know, the bits that are kind of like actual fire are going to be these strands here. You can see how they're going. And here, this one, and then this one that is moving, you know, behind the guy. Then the stuff that is kind of behind the immediate flames is going to be like white heat, which is going to be darker here and getting gradually lighter as it goes there. But there's going to be contrast between the really strong like flames, you know, these bits. These bits are going to be brighter and lighter after I finish it, okay? It's still all going to be kind of, you know, in strong reds, but by the time it gets, for example, here behind the rock, I will put some grays into it as well and kind of dull it down. So I don't know how to explain it. Bella Stella, thank you for streaming, Annika. I enjoyed the stream. Good night, everyone. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's unexpectedly became quite a bit later than I anticipated. Yeah, I only really now have the dragon and the flames, which is not only because it's, you know, big part of this page. Because the background here, I pretty much, I think, you know, this bit I did as well. I shaded all the background here and the ground and the top here as well. I might put something extra, maybe. In that area, but I don't really know yet. I haven't decided. I have kind of like random pencils here and there, which I might put in and actually dissolve with water and stuff. This one is Graphitint, which I have usually some sort of a handful of the darks and water-soluble ones on my desk that I can just randomly add to the project. Just add depth in certain spots. And it varies, it's not always the same, but at the moment there's some Graphitints and there's some Supracolors. Just randomly here. There's more of them in the, you know, other in a little bucket that I have with them. But these are immediately at my hand. So I tried watercolor or kind of neocolor on the Mauricio Campidelli's other book I have, which I just discovered that he has. Oh, I am, Lucy, I am finishing the stream. Oh, hi, Lucy, sorry Sorry that I didn't see you arriving. I am going to finish. I just got distracted myself. I meant to finish. What happened here was that I had forgotten that the time change, the clock was pushed forward, and it happened, during the stream. And suddenly it's way later than I anticipated. And if I want to get up tomorrow at all, I kind of need to probably wrap up pretty soon. Yeah, it's 2:35 now, so. Oh, no, Lucy, I'm glad to see you. Actually, I have stuff together for you, Lucy, now, by the way, since you're here. I need to kind of set things up in the Unpost app, and then I can send you the stuff that I said I will. See, that's the other book by him, and I tried different water materials here, but not a huge amount. These are neocolors, the sky and the tree and this bit, and this on his body is just one pencil. That's Supercolor Blue Indigo watercolor pencil. I was just testing it here. I just put that down and dissolved it with water just to give him kind of like underpainting for skin shadows, and it worked really well. So this paper is absolutely fantastic with water, well, really good with water for a coloring book, especially compared to this one. So then, this book is Crowns and Flames. It's by the same author as this book. So this is Magic Made Real. They're both by Maurizio Campidelli. Sorry, it's the flare from the ring light. I can't really help that. Crowns and Flames. And it's actually very cheap as well, that one. It's not very thick, but it has good paper. The only problem for me is that it is glue bound, and it does, you can see already that, you really have to fight to get into the crease, and all the illustrations do go into the crease. So what I did here, for example, that I kind of broke it and I put acrylic marker here, so I wouldn't have to color in the crease. So essentially I create kind of like a side frame for the page. Pretty much any page I plan to do like this, that I create this kind of a side frame for the page. So even if I use water materials, the water wouldn't run into the crease and so on. So this is my plan. Good night. Good night to everyone now. Good night, Chris. Sorry if I call out all the names, then I'm probably going to miss somebody. So I'm doing the big blanket. Good night. I hope you're going to have a lovely Sunday, and if you have some Saturday left, then Saturday as well. Yeah, those books are definitely, in my opinion, like if they were published with better publicity and, in really good paper, good bindings, I think I like them almost more than Kirby. Like, they are Kirby-esque for me, in a way. I really like his drawing style. So, good night. Off to give Willow some brandy. So, bye-bye all. Hope to see you soon. Well, next Saturday, the latest. They are on Amazon. These are going to be on Amazon, Lucy. So, bye-bye.